Okay, give it a minute. My notes here. Let everybody come in. Happy wonderful Wednesday. Oh, let's see. Mike, 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 Mike. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna move this over because there's lights there. Hi, Annie Tanner. How you doing? Get my hair out of my face. Hi, Arlene, Lisa. We haven't done anything in the abandoned books. Like, did we abandon them? So, yeah, I pulled them out to maybe do a little something in. We can maybe do some drawing, some coloring. Who knows? So, getting organized this morning. Let's see, Pamela, Starla, Angie Brown. Let's see, Tori, Mitzi. Get a sip of my water, get my voice going here. Hi, Kat. Hi, Janet. Might have to go get another bottle of water in a bit. So, yeah, we haven't worked in the abandoned books in a while, although right there's the ring light. So I have the overhead light off. I have my big studio lights on. I think we're good to start. We're good to start. I'll show a couple things on IG. Get my voice going. Received Happy Meals tickets. You're welcome, Lisa. Hi, sister. So cute. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Terry Brett and Makes. Who else? Catching everybody as they come in. Debbie Bruce. Hi. How you doing? Let's see. Good morning. Let's see who else. I'm gonna mute a minute, or not a minute, for a second. I'm gonna mute a second. Okay, I don't want to cough in your ears if I don't have to. Let's see. I said hi to Kat, Shaz. How you doing, Arlene? I saw Arlene over at Mary's for a minute. I was kind of just barely there. Barely there. Let's see. Getting things organized here. I am going to, Janet, you're going to love this. My wall here of markers and pens, my marker wall and paint pen wall, I know y'all seen it before, I've shown it, is I built this. I don't even know how long ago did I build that? It was way before the virus. Probably about 5 years ago did I build this wall, Janet? I don't expect you to remember. Of out of foam core, black foam core board, and packing tape. And I built it on top of some black little racks, and those little plastic square boxes, if you will. And I built the foam core all the way across on top of that. And then I have on top of that, since I built that, I've piled up on top of it, which one is so precarious right now. I hope it doesn't fall during stream. So I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to rebuild, at least fix up, rebuild, sturdy up my collapsing marker build, because I've put so much heavy stuff on top of it. It's starting to collapse. And no, I'm not going to, I just have to repair it and maybe put another layer on top. Sorry, guys. I'm going to sip of my water. Because it's starting to collapse because of the weight of the other stuff I put on top of the build. So I've got to fix that. Yeah, easily 5 years ago. Yeah. So I might have to go get a cookie or something. My throat is just like not wanting to lemon water up. So anyway, good morning, Barbara. I would sing to you, but I don't sing. Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society, anytime she makes well, not every time, but a lot of times, especially when she's at Janet's, she'll comment in song lyrics. She can comment any comment with a song lyric. Just say it. It's really good. It's really good. 3G Brenda, Janet and D Studio helping her structure up. Yeah, structure up. That's it. 3G structure up. Oh my gosh. Can you do a mini assembly to show us how you made it? I guess I could. I could, sister. I'm looking over at my black foam core board, or I could draw pictures of it. I could draw it for you. I could draw. It's not that complicated. But I could draw it easily. It'd take a little more to cut it up, and because there is a little measuring involved. I'll try to draw it, and see if that helps. Let's see. Yes, I do not want to craft a lanch. And one of my here, I'll take a picture. So I could take the camera down, but let's see. Let's see here. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. It's kind of hard to see. All right, let me take a picture of the whole thing here because I'll do a before and after. All right, so that way I don't take the camera down. And y'all seen it before. I have a video. I have a video show a short. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Let's crop it here. Let's crop it down to just the size of the thing here. All right, so let me turn it sideways. All right, so it started out as this. Let's see if I can get this to. It's not wanting to hold for me. Oh, there we go. All right, it started out as this. Here's the paint things down here. I got lights there. And this is the build on top. Look how it's starting to collapse. See that? Look how it's starting to collapse. Look, it's collapsing, people. So there's the whole thing. So it started like this. Was what my intention, right? My intention was just my markers and my paint. But look at it now. All this is sitting on top of it. This right here is about to fall over. That is on it's leaning on me. It's leaning in, people. It's leaning in. So all this weight, these are all postcards and stuff. There's my new stickers, more postcards. All that is sitting on top of my build. So all this weight right here is pushing down on here. Look, oh, here's a good one. Look, Janet. Look at those. Those are supposed to be straight up. Those little pieces of foam board right there, they're supposed to be like this. Look at them. The whole thing is going to collapse. It's all leaning. It's yes, Tori. It's all leaning over. So I've got to take the whole thing down. All this, I need to take it all down and redo it. I do need to get on it. I do need to get on it, Janet. Okay, so I know, right, Shaz? It is definitely a go. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I know. So it's all just built out of foam core. Okay, so I will show y'all real quick. And I might have to go down, get a cookie for my voice, my throat, and the air conditioner. That's part of it. It's blowing right in my face. Oh, yes, there we go. See, there's a song. Barbara's already got a song going. All right, so let me just move this over. Let me go run, turn the air up because I know that's part of the problem here is the air is blowing right in my face. Let me go turn the air down or up rather and let me get a fig Newton or something. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, got Fig Newton. So Janet's also built her a smaller one. She did this, pretty much the same way I built mine. Let me get under here and get a piece of paper here. Okay. So where's the you've seen the picture of my color book. Denise took a picture of me under all my color books. I posted that some years ago. I don't know. I can't probably put my hand right on it, so I won't look for it. Let's see. Okay, I think I've caught up with the chat, and I do want to show some things. I've made some notes of y'all that, like Rachel, she has a whole bunch of. I don't see her here yet, but she has a whole bunch of prompts on Facebook. So not on IG. I know she has issues with doing IG. Okay, so let's see here. Let's move in one. All right, so the build. Is this bright enough? I think that's good. This is casting a shadow. Move this over. My book's over here with my wax paper to. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have 8. I have 8 of those little. What they are is little boxes. I know y'all seen them that are kind of. They're just plastic, and they have like a. They're open like this, like a little basket weave thing. I didn't draw the inside there, but anyway, they're just like a little basket weave box. They're plastic. You get them for like $1. You get them at like $1 at Walmart. Mini crates. Thank you, Ann. These are mini crates. Okay, so those are me. That's the base. Now you don't have to have that, but I wanted them there because I wanted to put my heavy, my acrylic paints. So as you saw in the picture, they're all like this, and I have the pink, brown, or let's see, red, brown, pink, purple, brown, pink, red, yellow, green, teal, light blues, and then dark blues. So I have, how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 8 of those. So I have 8 of those. 1, 3, 6. Okay, so I have 8 of those little crates. That's the base. Okay, and you don't have to have that. This is a 6. What is it? 8-foot table. It's an 8-foot table. So I could put, and it takes the whole table. So I guess that's about 8 feet, just shy of 8 feet here. All right, let's see. Hi, Missy. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. So, Sista asked if I would tell. Well, she wants me to actually do a build. I don't even know if I have a little piece of black foam board to show you. Let's see. Maybe let me look back here. Hang on just a second. I might have a little piece to work with. Oh, that's a canvas. I don't think I have a little piece to work with. I don't want to cut up a full sheet because I need those full sheets. I'm going to need those full sheets to work with. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's a small piece of white. No, that's a canvas. Hang on. Okay, here's one of my Barbie things here. All right, here we go. I got a piece of foam core. Okay, so it's white, but it doesn't matter. It's the same stuff. Okay, so this is the foam board, if y'all know. And see, I was using this for a Barbie something. So, but we'll make it work. All right, so let's get a ruler. All right, so I'm going to just show you how to just do a quick little mini one. All right, so all right. I'm not measuring like Janet right now, okay? I'm just going to do a quick one. Just to kind of show you. And then I'll tell you the dimensions of this one, the big one. It's, let's see, let me go on the side here. Let me get this right side of my ruler here. It is about, how deep? It's about 6 inches deep. All right, so here we go. So I use the longest pieces here, and or it's long, two long pieces. Actually, let me see. Is it three sections? It might be three sections. So I think I have one, two. I think it's built in three sections. One, two, three sections. Okay. So just build one section at a time. So it's 6 inches. It's 6 inches deep that way back, and then it's like it's going to probably be. I don't know. It's like it's almost like 8 feet long. It's probably 8 foot long or close to, but you can make this any size you want. Okay. You can make this any size you want. And again, these are all sitting on the crates. You don't have to put it on crates, but it just gives you more, it gives you more space for heavier things like my paints. Okay. If you put paints in these, you're probably going to collapse a lot sooner than what I'm doing after 5 or 6 years. Okay, so what I wanted to do was have, and I'm just looking at it here. So I have three sections on each one, and they're all going to be together, but I'm just going to show you that there are sections. You can build it in sections. Because my board, my black board, let me grab one of those and tell you how big it is. The boards come in about, and you can get huge industrial size foam board. Okay, you can get industrial sheets, which we used to do in visual merchandising. But these that you buy at Michael's or Hobby Lobby are like about 20 inches by yes, 18, about 28 or 30, something like that size. And I think I used three. I might have used three to build this. I don't really remember. Okay. I've talked about it before, but I don't really remember the measurements right off. Okay. So this is the original build. Now, what I have now is pencil cases. I have pencil cases. I have two big, heavy pencil cases here. I have a big pencil case here. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 little bins of postcards and other things. So all this weight right here is weighting it down. So just that's not part of the build. Okay. This right here, this section right here is all the build. Just that right there. The rest is piled up or the things underneath. Let me show you a picture again, just so y'all can see. Okay. All right, so let's go sideways here. Okay, so up here on top, that's all the pencil cases and other heavy stuff. This at the bottom, those right here are all the paints. Oh, thank you, Northern Lights. Thank you so much for the super chat. And if you'll let me know in a minute, I'll let you pick a sticker. If you'd like a sticker, I'll send you a sticker. Let me write you down here. Hang on. No, baby, can't come up here for just a minute. She wants to get up here. She's going to jump up here. Thank you, Northern Lights, for the super sticker. I will send you a real sticker. In just a minute, I'll pull them out and you can pick one. Okay. Thank you so much. I know, right, Janet? That was sweet. So thank you, Northern Lights. Okay, baby. Yeah, you're going to have to get down for a minute. Yeah, going to have to get down for a minute. She thinks I'm talking to her, right? Okay. So this is 6 inches deep this way. And then it's however many feet long you want to do this in sections. And then in between here this is a piece of board. And they're like probably about 18. I would say that each section here maybe 18, 20, 2, 4, 6. I'm not sure. It's however long the board is. Okay. And again, you can make this any size you want. All right. So then I've got pieces here that are like, let's just say 18 inches long. 18 inches there. And then 6 inches back. So you got a piece about 18 by, it's probably about half of this. It's about a piece of board, about a half of this. Am I confusing you? And is this making sense at all? Because if it's not, I will just move on. Hi, Pacola. Hi, Mary. All right. So, but I'm going to cut this up to show you the individual little bits. But it's about half of this. So each section is about half of this. Okay. And that's your shelves. That's your shelves. Okay. Your shelves are about like that. So that's what they look like here. And you can make this as tall as you want. You can make it as tall as you want. You just got to, but what I want to show you is how I attached everything. Okay. So then I wanted to do little cubbies. I wanted little cubbies for the markers for each color. Now here's a hint and a trick and a tip. You want to stagger your dividers. That's very, very important to stagger your dividers because that's going to give it your support. If you just put all your dividers straight up like this, that thing's going to collapse almost immediately. This is what keeps it from collapsing. That's why bricks are done like that. Oh, thank you, Deb E. And I'll let you pick a sticker too. Let me write you down over here. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Debbie. Y'all are so cute. Thank you so much. Yes, you have to stagger them. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks, Debbie in Northern Lights. I'll get y'all pull out the stickers in a minute. Okay, so this is very important that when you make your little walls, if you will, in between, and they are only about 2 by 3 inches. That's all they are. But I'm going to cut this up to kind of show you how I put one together. But that's the basic layout. All right. And all right. So now let me get my. And I don't want to, I just want to cut this deep enough so that I don't want to cut into my, table board, which this is another foam board. I'm just going to kind of cut this down just a little and I'll snap it. Okay, so you can just snap it like that, turn it over, and then go down the back like this to cut it. Whoops. Let's see if I can. And I'm not doing this very well, but I just want to show you how to do this. All right. So let's do another one. I want to show you how to do is this helpful? Please tell me if this is like if I'm not explaining this well and it's going over your head, then just tell me because, I'm trying to do it on the fly. I'm trying to do this on the fly. All right. And you do want a metal ruler and a box cutter. An X-Acto knife will work, but it's better because the blade, you can stick this blade out far enough to do, a nice cut. Okay. I'm going to have tape on there. Okay. All right. So here you have, now let's cut this in half just to make it like a mini one. See, I wasn't going to make a mini one, and here I'm making a mini one because I'm thinking that the drawing is good enough, but probably not. Okay. And the reason we're getting into all this is because my shelf is about to collapse. Let me go back over here. I put so much heavy weight. I put so much, like, here's the build right here. There's the bottom paint tier. This section right here in the middle, those 3 shelves right there, that is the only part that's the build. That's the only part that's the build. These right there. But as you can see, it is starting to collapse because I have all this on top. All those other heavy markers are on top of the build. So it's starting to collapse. Okay, so. Okay, so hi, Mary. I see you, Mary. I'm sorry. Did you have a question? Put it in caps if you're talking to me, people. Put it in caps. We have 69 people here so far. I'm not trying to get back at anybody. I just saw that, Mary. Put it in caps. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I ask people, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. Okay, Mary did super chat. I was probably cutting with an X-Acto knife. I do not see Mary's super chat. Let me go back. Scrolling back. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, Mary. I was probably cutting. No, please never accuse me of trying to miss you. I do not try to miss you. I never try to miss you. Okay. You don't have to pay me for the doll stand. I already got it going. I'll show you that in a minute too. Okay. I got that going for you, Mary. I got your doll stand and your shoes coming up. So let me write you down. Hang on, people. Hang on. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mary, for the super chat. I'm trying, people. And I will give her a sticker too. I'm writing it down. Okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and stop for a minute because I'm gonna miss people. And people get ticked off at me when I miss you. So I don't want to miss anybody. I know she wants a sticker. We're all gonna get stickers right now. Okay, so let's stop a minute. Okay, so we have, I do appreciate it, people, but I only can do one thing at a time. Just a minute. I just don't like it when people get mad at me for, stuff. Okay, so Mary, what do you want? Mary, I'm going to show the stickers. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do too much at once. This is what happens. Northern Lights and Deb E. Okay, well, I'm going to show y'all the stickers. Y'all pick what you want. Okay, because I do appreciate the super stickers and the super chats. I really do. It's just I can only do one thing at a time. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let's see what we got left. I will have to be making some more. Tina never got back with me. She said she got her bee sticker, but she never told me how the antennas are working. And I'm afraid that they may peel off. I'm afraid they may peel off. So I'm not going to do the bee stickers because I haven't got any confirmation yet from Tina on the bee stickers. Okay. All right. So here's what we got. So Mary, Northern Lights, and Debbie. Debbie will get, if I run out, she gets, no, Northern Lights, Debbie, and then Mary. So if I run out of something, y'all get, that's the order we get to pick. Okay. So put it in caps, people. Please put it in caps if you're talking to me. Please put it in caps if you're talking to me. And if you're not talking to me, don't put anything in caps because then you put things in caps that I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. All right. Here we go. So I have the Eagles. I have let's see, do I only have one of these left? No, I got two. All right, there's another bee. Let's move the bees out of the way. I have a couple of, and these are my Oak Island guys. Those aren't part of it. All right. So I got some raccoons and eagle. I have one left of the biker pug. I have to finish cutting this out. I have a couple left of the pea sloth and some pandas. I have one lemur left. Okay, so and then if you want a black and white creepy one, these I'm kind of saving for Halloween, October. So pick one of these because otherwise we're going to be here a while. Okay, so where is Northern Lights? Northern Lights, which one do you want? Debbie and Mary, which ones do y'all want? And y'all pay attention. So if you have a super chat, you'll know what I have here because this is all I got left. I got one of those until I print some out. One of those. Oh, my pug never. I'm sorry. I think that's too well. How long was it ago, Tori? Because that's going to Ireland. You might want to just give it a little bit more time. I know you didn't get your and resend me your address. I don't know what to tell you because 2 or 3 things have not got to you, Tori, in Ireland, and I don't know what's going on right there. So send me your address again and tell me what sticker you want. Okay, Tori. Okay, Northern Lights. I'll take an eagle. Okay. Sorry, guys. It gets frustrating it just gets frustrating sometimes. Okay, Northern Lights wants an eagle. Okay, Debbie, where's Debbie? And Mary. Mary wants a pug. Okay, what did Debbie want? Because she gets to pick next. Panda. Okay, Debbie wants a panda. And Mary wants a pug. Okay. All right, there we go, guys. And I'm not fussing at you, but it does get a little frustrating when, we won't talk about it anymore. All right, so let's get back to where we were. Let's see. Let's put this over here. Oh, well, while Mary's here, let me go and show Mary. I pulled this aside for Mary when she was talking about she's making a what do you call it? Stuffed doll, a tall, skinny stuffed doll, about the size of a Barbie, maybe a little taller and a little, a little bigger. But she's making a stuffed doll, and she was trying to figure out how to make it stand up. And I told her I would send her one of my Barbie plastic stand. So I've already got it on a card. And she also didn't know how she was going to make shoes. I told her I'd send her some Barbie shoes. So Mary, while you're here, look at this, because if you don't do it right, you'll snap it. Okay, so it comes in 3 parts. It comes in 3 parts like this. It seems pretty simple, and it really is, but if you're not careful, I have snapped this many times. So it has this piece here that you put on the pole like that, right? You just slide that on the pole. But when you're putting this on the doll, be careful, because this will snap real easy. So you're not using a hard plastic doll like a Barbie, so it should be okay. When you put your soft doll in here, but be careful that when you don't shove it in here and snap this, because then the whole thing doesn't work. So you just slide that. There's the pole. There's the little thing, and you just slide it on that. And then this side is smaller. It's hard to see, but this bottom part here is thinner, and that's the part that goes in the stand here. But be careful. If you shove it in, it's going to snap. This side's got a lip on it, and this side doesn't. And that's the side you're going to put it in there, but you're going to do it carefully. Okay, do it carefully. Don't get wild, because I've broken many of these. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's done. Okay, and then you just put your doll in here, and she around her waist or her hip, wherever it's going to fit on your rag doll. Okay, this moves up and down, so you can put it wherever you want on the doll. All right, and then you got your stand, and then she's standing up. Okay, so I had this put together this morning so that I can put this between some cardboard so it gets to you safe. And then I will also put some Barbie shoes in there, because her doll just has pointy little feet. And so she can tape or glue some shoes on the doll. But that'll go out to you probably tomorrow, Mary. Okay? All right, let's go back and see if I've missed anything, because I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss anything. Let's see. Yes, let's see. Yeah, and it's hard when you get up to 100 people, Mary. All right, so let's see. Not that I'm complaining. I love you guys. Love lurkers. All right, so let's see. I got that done. Let's put the stickers over here in my outgoing pile. And we'll try to get to the Instagram prompt show after a while. Okay, so now, so you got this base here like this, and you want shelves, and you want, let's do this quickly. I'm just going to cut some down. And you can be more precise than this. I'm just quickly doing this to show you. Okay. All right. These are supposed to be nice, neat, Janet cut pieces. Okay. Cut them nice. Take your time. All right. So now you have your base. So you have, let's just pretend we're in the middle right here. You got the base, and then you're going to have a top that's exactly the same. And then you're going to have your sides. Hang on. We got to cut a side. I know this is probably just totally confusing and nobody's getting a thing. I'm trying to rush through it, and I'm sorry. I should have just stuck with the drawing, I think. All right, so we have the top and a bottom like this, but I don't have any more of this, so this will have to do. All right, so we have the top and a bottom, and then we have shelves like this, and then we got the sides. So what you want to do is you take your bottom, the back, and the top. So what you got here is another piece of paper. Hang on. Janet, is this making any sense? Janet will tell me. Janet, is this making any sense, or should I just stop while I'm ahead? If it's not making sense, Janet will tell me. Okay. So essentially what you're going to do is make a box. You're going to make a box first. You're going to have a back, a top, a bottom, side, and side. And this can be really any size you want it to be. I passed out when you cut without a ruler. Okay, see? All right, so this is, you're making a box. There's an ant. You're going to make a box. And each one of these boxes is this, 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 and however many you want. Judy, you got me? Judy, you smell what I'm stepping in, Judy? Okay. All right. So now, then what you do is you're how to make the box. Hang on, let me grab. You want this. This is all that the box is made out of, is foam core and packing tape. That's it. Foam core and packing tape. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to glue your sides. Now I don't have a top, so this is probably, I might have to use one of these as the top. Okay, I'll use that for the top because I'm out of foam core to show you. I'm not cutting up my pieces that I'm going to use to rebuild this. Okay, so you take your tape. Now this is also important. You're going to have to, you tape it together. Okay, so you got the tape on the outside, but what you want to also do is you got to tape it on the inside. Okay, so you've got to tape it inside and back. And that's true of every little piece. All right, so now we're going to do a shelf. Well, let's do the other side here. Again, take your time with this. I'm rushing through. So essentially you build a box, okay, with top and bottom. So imagine this has got a top and a bottom, and it's just foam core and packing tape. But remember, what's going to make it sturdy and hold it together is when you alternate the little slats. You have to alternate the little slats. Don't just line them up like this. It will collapse. You have to put the little pieces, the little slats, alternate them, okay? All right, so now we got a shelf here. Okay, we're going to just do one. We'll just do, well, no, we got to do two to show the slats. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's just put it like this. So you take a little piece of tape and you put it on the top and you put it on the bottom. It'll take you a while to do this. It took me an afternoon. Then you take the shelf and you put it on the top. And I just come back from the dentist after having a root canal. And I didn't feel like talking to anybody, so I came up to my room and built this. All right, so there we go. So you got a little shelf. Okay, now let's do another. Because I want to show you the slats. That's the most important thing to me. All right. Then you got to put another shelf. And take your time with this, guys. I am like rushing like crazy. Do not rush. Do not rush. But you have to put it on top and bottom. Okay, top and bottom. Okay, my tape collapsed on itself. Hang on. I'm rushing so much, my tape is collapsing. Get that off. That's what happens when you get in a hurry, people. Learn a lesson. Okay. There we go. All right, so now we got this. All right, so now you want your little cubbies. And again, you'd have another shelf here. I don't have any more to show you. You'd have another shelf here, have another one here. Okay. Got it? Is that making sense so far? You'd have another one here across the bottom. That's your, the bottom shelf. But I want to show you about the slats. So now what you do is you take each slat, and this is where it gets a little finicky, okay? You take each one, let's just take one, and you're going to put a piece of tape like this, Okay, see how that is? And you could probably put it in there and then kind of maneuver it. This is probably one of the easiest ways to do it. So you just put the tape right here, and you got another piece of tape right here. So see how I've got it like wings? We got wings. This is to get it to the back. So then you put this in there, okay? And I didn't measure, so, and then you just push the tape down. So now you've got tape on here and here and here and here. So you've got tape on both sides. Then you take more tape. You will use a whole roll of this tape. You will use a whole roll. And you want to put tape at the top on both sides, tape on both sides of the top and both sides of the bottom. Okay, I'm just quickly doing this, guys. Please remember that. Okay, and then tape on there. So you have actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of tape on this. Okay, let me take a breath. It's not, yeah, it's not that hard to make it, Kat. I'm rushing through. So it's probably, that's why I asked Janet if she thought it was confusing. Judy O gets it, so maybe it's okay. Okay, so let's see. I don't see anything else in caps. Okay, so that's how you do that. And so, like I said, there's 6 pieces of tape on this. Each one of these will have 6 pieces of tape. Side, back on either side, top on either side, and bottom on either side. And that's what gives, look, I can pick the whole thing up by that piece of tape because it's so sturdy. But what I've done is I've put so much heavy stuff on top of my build that these are starting to collapse because of the weight. Okay. But how you want to put these in is however you can space them however you want. You can space them however, wide you want your little cubbies, however many you want. But when you go to put them on the next shelf, you want to stagger them. You want them to be staggered. That's so very important. Don't put them like this. Do not tape and make it like this if you want any kind of real stability. You want to do this, okay? You want to stagger them like that when you glue them or tape them in. All right, let me see for questions. I got a headache now, people. I'm just going to be honest with you. I got a splitting headache. Okay. I'm just, because I'm trying to do too many things at once. And I tell myself every stream, Dee Dee, just do one thing at a time. Let people get mad if they want. Do one thing at a time. But I didn't listen to myself this morning. Okay, so there we go. So that's what you do. Okay, that's what you do. You have to tape, you have to put 6 pieces of tape on each one of these. Backs, tops, bottoms. There's 6 pieces of tape on each one of those little things. And it's very sturdy once you get it neat. All right. This all goes in the trash, people. All right. So anyway, after you do that, you've got, and you can put longer pieces for the bottom and top to just make the, give you a sturdier big box. But the easiest way is probably to build each one by one. Build each one by one, and then have long pieces on the top and bottom for stability. That's your best bet. Oh my God. Okay, so there we go. All right, trash. All right, let's put the tape away. Hang on now. Let's get back to, I don't even remember what we were doing. Oh, okay. Next is, I have my little Post-it notes. Next is, and I don't think I'm going to save this video, guys. It's too frustrating. So if there's no video today, you'll know why. Let's go back over here. All right, let's go back over here. Now I want to show my IG things. Yeah, Debbie, I know, right? Well, wait a minute. I want to show y'all's builds. I want to show y'all's prompts. So hang on. I'm taking a breath. Hang on. Let's see. I want to show Rachel is over on Facebook because she doesn't do IG. She doesn't do IG well. I don't even see. Oh, there she is. Rachel's here. So Rachel, I'm taking a quick break. We're going to sit here a few minutes. Okay. So let me go over to Facebook because I want to show Rachel's done some really good ones. Okay, let's see. Let me go to Rachel here. She did this one of these beta fighting fish. That's not a prompt. She just did that. So she said that it was requested by somebody. So that's pretty cool, Rachel. Yes, I need my yoga Barbie. Oh, she's downstairs, I think. My yoga Barbie is downstairs. I'm not changing the name of the video. Oh my gosh, this is still going to be an abandoned. It's still going to be our collage book place thing when we get done. All right, let's see. Let me find what else, Rachel. She had some. Okay, here's one. Hourglass, beetle, and tray. So much to do, so little time. Isn't that the truth? She got the little beetle, a tray, and the hourglass. So there we go. So much to do, so little time. Then this is what I really like. Mermaid tail, rock, and wind. And so the mermaid's saying, well, let me see if I can. Oh, I forgot Facebook. You can click on. Wish chicken pot pie was here to sing with me. So glad my marine friends are here. So I thought this was hilarious because look, so glad my marine friends are here. So she's got her turtle, she's got her fish, she's got her porpoise, she's the mermaid. And so chicken pot pie, where is she? Right here. She's here somewhere. Remember I was saying that she always sings? She always sings. Where'd she go? Let's see. She was here a second ago. I was going to click on her, but I don't see her now. So maybe she'll say something. But anyway, Barb, Chicken Pot Pie Society, always answers with song. And so Rachel made reference to her. Oh my gosh, I love that. All right. And then she's got these three prompts were watch, fruit, ocean. Oh, Suzanne was one of the prompts, and so she did Cezanne's fruit. So I really like that too. So I think she's got some more here, but I think we might have shown. Oh, here's a cat one. I don't remember this one. I mean, I laughed at it, but okay. So here, this one says, when they said, "Do you want to be a house cat?" Who knew? She vacuuming. Oh my gosh. Hi, Edgy. Hi, Linda. I loaded my prompts from last week. Bobcat and family. Okay, on IG, Linda, on IG. Hi, Christopher. Welcome to the frustration morning. Welcome to the frustration morning. You missed the build, unless you were lurking in the background. Okay, so let's see. Now let me go over to IG. I know I'm probably missing some of Rachel's. But she doesn't do IG, so it's kind of hard to do. Oh, here's the one from Terry Brett just popped up. Terry Brett did jacket, sun, and bridge. I just saw this one. This is the last time I believe that weatherman. Wet, windy. He's wet and windy. He said. So the prompts were jacket, sun, and bridge. I like that bridge. That's some nice rock stuff there, Terry. You missed it? Good, Christopher. I'm glad. All right, let's see. Then let me go back over to Terry and see what else she's got. All right, Terry. Why am I not finding you? Ah, there you are. Okay, now I got to feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, she was drawn with Janet. She did a Pantone. Hang on. She did a Pantone challenge too. Terry did. Okay, let's see. Then I have Devin. I don't know if Devin's here yet, but I made a note to show something from Devin. Hang on, guys. Oh, and she also went and started doing her digi again. So here's Devin's Pantone challenge, deep cobalt. Look at that blue frog. She's got something else here. I must have missed that. Oh, that's the color of the card. And then this is what she did on top of it. So Devin Rex for Art did that. Awesome, Devin. And I also had Christopher written down for a new thing. Oh, let me show you Devin's Digi channel too. So Devin also has a Devin Rex Digital. And so she did, who are you looking at? So she did that in her Procreate. And then let's see, Christopher. Let's see. He did, is this one from yesterday, Christopher? I'm behind a day for some reason. I'm behind a day on yours. So yeah, y'all go look at Christopher's. It's hard to show his because they're full on comic, and Instagram, it's hard. It doesn't lock. Instagram doesn't lock, so it's hard for me to scroll across and show you. But go follow Christopher _ Runciman in Canada, and he's got. See, I did the Willowbow. Okay. So go over there and look at his cartoons. He does a comic a day, and they're really good. To do that in one day. To do it in one day is amazing. So y'all follow Christopher. I think that's all the notes I had. I did have somebody else on IG that I just came across that popped up in my recommendations, and this was hilarious. I showed it to Denise. His name, he's a comedian. He's call himself a family comedian. His name is TJ _ Therrien, THERRIEN. And how I came across him was this video right here. They're shorts, they're shorts. So I'm going to show you one, and y'all go follow. If y'all want a nice little laugh all the time, you have problems, Christopher. I have problems this morning, but we're gonna soldier on. You have a soldier. We're gonna soldier on, Christopher. All right. So look, I'm gonna show you the ice cream one. Okay, y'all ready? Firstborn child, middle child, youngest child. We're gonna watch it again. Ready? Okay, so watch it again now that y'all know what to expect. Firstborn child, middle child, youngest child. When I saw that, I laughed so hard I had to follow him. So y'all go follow him if you want some, here's one. I don't know how many I can show. I don't know. Y'all just go follow him. Go look at the last day of school. So go look at the last. I'm just telling y'all, just go follow him and look at all of them. They're really funny. Okay, so that's TJ _ Therrien, THERRIEN. All right, Dad. Arlene's going, yeah. Hi, CK. I missed you. Who else am I missing here? Let's see. Who else am I missing coming on? Did I say hi to you, Picola, my little snapdragon? Leona, good morning. Oh my gosh, who else? Let's see. Yes, Terry Brent. Terry wants some prompts. Okay, let me get the prompts. And if we get time and we get to it, I did pull out the book to read later. We'll get to the collage here shortly, or the altered rather. Okay, let's see. Let me get my bag of prompts here. Sorry, hit the camera. All right, so let's mix them up. Okay, Terry wants two times 3 prompts. Okay, hang on. Okay. And Christopher also says his is also on Facebook daily. I do see them. I don't go to Facebook that as much as Instagram. I'm YouTube and Instagram, pretty much it. But I do follow some people. You know, I follow quite a few people, but you know, in Facebook is like just for me to keep up with the family. Essentially, I don't really do a lot of Facebooking, but so let's see. Terry wanted 2 times 3. All right, let me get in here. Kind of mix them up. I got a couple hundred little cards in here. All right, so let's grab a stack. Let's just grab a stack here. And if you know, Terry does them all the time. So and so I tell her and anyone, if you want more than a different one, I should say. If you want a different one than what I show, just let me know and I'll pull something different. Okay, Lisa, hang on. I'll get some for you too. Hang on. Terry's the oldest child. Okay, so here we go. Choking, chicks, and koi. And that's not koi fish. That's koi like being you know, koi, being koi. So koi fish is KOI. Just FYI. Koi is KOI, FYI. All right, so there you go. If you want anything different, just let me know, Terry. Okay. Second one, contempt, Durer, the artist Durer, and vulture. Okay, so Terry, if you want something different, tell me. But there's your 6, your 2 sets of 3. Lisa and Linda. Okay, so let's see. Lisa, here we go, Lisa. Lisa. Consternation. XO. You can interpret it any way you want. And Mary Cassatt. Okay, so there you go, Lisa. Linda needs 3. Linda, ear, and I'm pulling them off the top. Ostrich and orange. Okay. Can I change koi? Yes, you can. Okay, so Terry, going over here, you got choking, chicks, and sky. So there you go, Terry. Choking, chicks, and sky. if you want something different, just tell me. And vulture, you had that twice. Okay, so let's move that over. Okay, so this one is, I feel like I'm playing a card game. Okay, we're going to contempt, Durer, and vulture. She's had that twice. Curious. Is that too much emotion in one? Is that too much emotion in one setting, Terry? Yeah. Okay, let me see. Looking, I'm scrolling. Terry, what's the one after contempt? Durer, Durer. The artist Durer. I'm probably not saying it right. You know, he did all the you know, the wood print, you know, the black and white. Okay, so yes to what, Terry? Yes, you're saying yes. Yes to what? Yes, what? Thank you, CMP. Oh, you got it. Okay, so everybody got it. Anybody else want 3? Well, I got them out. Okay, and I'll put these to the side so they don't come up again today. Okay, and Rachel wants 2. You mean 2 sets, Rachel? You want... Wait. Okay, so Rachel, you want 2 sets? Okay. Any flower, ruby, and dejected. Second set, Rachel, watermelon, space world, and valley. So there's Rachel's. Terry changed contempt. All right, well, I've already moved the cards over. So Terry, I'm just going to pull you a new one. Gogan. However you want to say it. Gogan. Now, is that with Durer? Do you want 2 artists in the same one? I've already moved the other ones off, so I don't remember what was in those. Okay, so there you go. Gogan. Jeez. All right, and Linda wants 3 for Tim. Okay, here we go. Sunglasses, there's 2 in there. Sunglasses, jellyfish, and honeycomb. So there's for Tim, Linda. Yes, please. What, Rachel? You want a different one for what word? Or you just want another word? Everybody, you can pick what you want. I mean, just pick what you want. Okay. Albert Durer, I know is difficult for USA to call it you. I said Durer. Hedgie. I don't know. Okay, you're good. All right, so there we go. There, and that's for this is for what do you call it? Tim. Okay. I forgot. Let's see. Where'd she go? Okay, Linda said perfect. Okay, so there we go. If anybody else wants any, I will have the little stack at the ready. These are all not pickable anymore today. So we'll still pick from the stack if you have any, if you want some more. They're right here. I have them right here at the ready. All right. Let's see. Take one prompt from the do you want a set of prompts, Jane? Do you want 3? You want 3, Jane? I'm not sure what you're asking. Take one prompt from the table. Do you want 3? I don't know what. Put it in caps and ask me again. Okay, setting those to the side. Okay. Whew. What a morning. All right, so let me move all my books back over here that we're going to play with today. This ruler off of here. Okay, so abandoned places and abandoned castles are the 2 that I pulled from the shelves. I have probably 15 books, different ones, abandoned castles, abandoned places. These 2 in particular are by Kieran Connolly, who he knows I alter his books. He likes my alters. He likes my altered pages. I always tag him on Instagram every time I alter one of his pages. I've actually torn pages out and sent them to him in London, England. And so don't anybody get your panties in a wad that I'm altering books. Just going to clear that up right now. Kieran Connolly knows I alter his books and he doesn't mind. All right. So, but if you want to alter any book, I'll tell you a few hints. 1, get you a hardback book. Hardback books, because if you're going to alter hundreds of pages in these books, you want a sturdy book. Make sure it's, it doesn't have to be this is kind of, I'll say it's a coffee table size book, but it's a decent size book. If you are afraid to alter your book, get 2. 1 to keep, 1 to alter. And that's why, and I like to, and some of y'all have given me duplicates so that I can show befores and after. But if you, I didn't do it because I was afraid to alter it, but because people wanted to see the before and after, and I didn't have all the books to show before and all after, but now I have most of the before and afters, not all of them. I will try not to get one. I'm telling you, this morning, Christopher, I was, it was a little hectic for me, and I gave myself a headache. So just saying, I gave myself a headache. Nobody gave me a headache. I gave myself a headache. So let's just take a moment. Okay. But it happens, streams, we try our best to make them go smoothly and get as much in as we can. But sometimes, all right. So I have a wax paper that I put in between the pages when I'm working on the pages so that I don't glue them together. You don't have to put anything in between the pages when you're working, but if you paint right up to the edge, you're going to end up gluing your pages together if you're not careful. So it's best if you put some papers between wax paper is good because it doesn't make your pages stick together. Okay. So also this one I have less done in. I just picked these two. Like I said, I think I have a total of 15 books that abandoned type books. Oh, tip three. All right, so tip 1 was a hardback. Tip 2 was I forgot. Well, the wax paper. Another tip, I'll just go with another tip, is to get a topic book. If you're going to alter a book, get a topic you like. I like abandoned places. Not everybody likes abandoned type creepy. Some people think it's creepy. If you don't like the topic, you will not work in the book for 300 pages. You just won't do it if you ever want to finish a book. Not that you have to finish a book. I don't know when I'll ever finish all 15 books, but I keep working in them a little by little. And because this is my year of collage, I'll do a couple of these during the year. I'm mostly trying to work in my little 10 by 10 collage books this year. Although we do the color book page, we do all kinds of stuff, but I really want to make it a focus to work in my collage books this year. Look what Cash has. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to show you the befores and afters of these books, and then I'm going to show you how I start and work and progress in doing these books. However, how many are we going to get a finished page done today? I don't know, but I'm going to show you how you can get, let's just say you got a brand new one, where to go from that, how to start it, what to do with it. That was my purpose this morning. All right, so let's start with let me see. I think I'll try to show you the befores, and I'll put the after in my lap and then pop it up on the screen. So let's see. Let's go ahead and zoom in one. Let's zoom in one, and let's make the brightness, turn the brightness down just a little because it's got the black card. All right, so let's see where I'm not going to show you every single page. I will show you I'll show you some pages just so you get the idea, and that way we can go and work in them. All right, so let's see. And because I cover up the page numbers, sometimes it's a little tricky for me to find them. I try to keep post-it notes here so that I try to keep post-it notes so that I can find them quicker, because I do not go in order. I skip around in the book. And let's see here. No, that's not. It's a gray castle. There's a gray castle here somewhere. Here we go. All right. So here's the before. Oh, sorry. This is the one. This is the one. Okay. So here's the before. Okay. Oh, there's a glare. Oh, sorry. I can't do much about the glare. All right. So there's the before. Let's make sure I got the right one, because this one is. And then here's the after. I can tell. Let's see, ring lead. All right. Hi, Janet Nash. Oh, Janet, I need to go to your channel after the show. I need to go visit you and Freddie on your couch. Janet, I need to go to Janet Nash's. If y'all don't know Janet Nash, let me click on her. If y'all don't know Janet Nash, she's the quintessential English lady with her dog, garden, art journals, art space, tea, crumpets, and chill. There's Janet in a sentence. If you are having a stressful day, go visit Janet Nash and sit on her couch. Okay, so here's the before and the after. Okay, this one is kind of dramatic. There's a lot changed in that one, but let's go. Okay, so here is where I will show you one, and I'll try to kind of talk about it too as we go. So all the pages, or most pages, are going to have either a white border, text, and that's just these abandoned books. Every book's going to be different, right? But I would recommend getting a nice, good, sturdy paper. Don't get some like magazine paper to do a whole book, because it's not going to hold up. You want a nice, sturdy book. Okay, so here's how this page started. The first thing you can do is white out the text. Okay, just put a little bit of white paint over the text just to get rid of it. Because if you just start painting it out, you probably are not going to cover it up unless you're doing it like black, which I do a lot of black skies and stuff and stars. So that gets covered up. But if you want to, and I've done it in some of my books, I've gone through the whole book and spent 3 or 4 hours just whiting out the text. And I have a heat tool so I can quickly dry it too. Because you got to wait for it to dry. You close your book and you're going to glue your pages together with paint. So white it out, dry it, move on. White it out, just that part. Okay. White it out, dry it, and move on. All right. So the next step, what I did on mine is I started I want outer space on this. So I then put black paint. So this is my next step. Okay. This is my next step. I painted out. This is why I call it reverse collage, because I'm reversing out I'm getting rid of what I don't want. So I'm reversing it. Okay. Rather than adding things on at the beginning, anyway, we add things later, but I'm reversing out. I'm getting rid of everything I don't want. I think that would have a lot of stars. Yes, it will have a lot of stars. That's why we have a bucket of stars, Christopher. We have a bucket of stars. Okay. so this is oh, did I spit on there? Sorry. It's one of those days. Okay, so that's the next thing I do is I reverse out, and we're going to do a lot of this today just so I can get you in the idea of how to reverse things out. But I want to show you some finished piece or, farther along. This one's not done, but I'm showing you what the next step is. Get rid of any text and then paint out. And this, I could have done this. What I could have also done on this is I could have taken blue and I just used craft paints. All these that I'm going to show you, it's all just using craft paints. Okay, little craft paints. I could have taken blue and just painted that all the way to the edge. Painted this blue all the way to the edge. And you'll see what I do. I'll take this green and I'll move this green out. Take the dark green and I'll move the dark green out. So what I'm doing is blending this in. I'm blending it all out. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's see what the next one is here. This one is in progress. This one I'm not done with. It's in progress because I still have the story in my head that I'm working on this one. But here's this one. This is what it started out as. There was no text to white out. So what I just started making clouds. I have a little person standing right there on the watch. It's a little tiny person standing right there. And then I have a little person. I put a little monk guy inside here. And it's all connected with the time here. The time is connecting them. See his little staff there. Little sound effects for you. So it went from this to this. And I'm still working on this one. And here's another thing with me. Now, you may not be able to do it. A lot of people don't like doing it. Working on one page, moving on to another, and maybe not finishing it right away. Now, I do try to finish some things on stream. I make a point of trying to do things on stream. This one I did not do on stream. I just did this one. Thanks, Christopher. I did not do this one on stream as far as I remember, unless I just did a little cloud exercise or something. But and that's also why I've got pages that are not done, that I go to pages that are done. So I do not work straight through front to back. And I know that's hard for some people to do. So you do you, but but that's how I work. Okay. So then let's see this one. This one had a double page. And I like the challenge of doing two totally different photographs and making them into one thing. Can y'all see okay? Is the lighting okay? I do my best to incorporate and make it all one cohesive scene or world or story. So again, you want to white out the text because some colors, like let's say I use a light green, that probably wouldn't cover up the text, although you could put two coats. But it's just easier to put a white paint over the, or gesso, whichever one, white gesso, white paint, just to get rid of the text so that you're not fighting that in the background when you're painting. All right, so there's this. And what I did is I turned this one into this. And again, it's going to flash out every time I change the page. But there. So we got this little guy. There's a little bit of a stencil piece left over here. I stamped out a bunch of words, kind of letters and numbers going through there. So you don't really know what's being said or timed or whatever. And then I did all the mist coming through and around the space. So just so you can see, I started with that and we went and turned it into this. I say I probably did this on stream. More little bits of stencil here. See, leftover stencil. That's crusty stencil. I don't do a lot of dimensional things in these books because I really don't like having it too dimensional. It's harder to work on the pages if you're working with bumpy papers. But in this case, I just had those sitting there or something. Thanks, Christopher. So yeah, so there's that. You can kind of see the details. And again, it's probably on Instagram. The finished ones are on Instagram. Okay, so let's see what I got next. And a lot of these I have completely painted out. I painted out the stuff, and so there's just sitting there waiting for me to add to it. Okay, so here's the next one. This one was kind of busy, but I really like it. So this is what I started with. And again, I started by painting out because I like a lot of sky. I like a lot of space. So you're going to see a lot of black in my work because I like mystery. I like mysteries. I like space. I like science fiction. I like fantasy. So you're going to see a lot of my stuff that way. So here's what I did. And this one I have actually varnished. Eventually, I'd like to have all the pages done and varnished. So I varnish with gloss. So when I'm done, it gets a gloss varnish. While I'm working on things, I'm using matte medium. Everything gets matted out because the pages are shiny. So let's just go to a page here. The pages are shiny, right? They have a shine to them. And while I'm working on them, I want to have a matte so that I can pencil and do other things. But when they're all said and done, I gloss varnish them. So this one's got some planets, being blown up in there. I got a sea dragon here. And so it went from this. And I know the light's going to change every time I swap them out. So to this. It's got this upside down crane in front of the watch. And of course, y'all know I love watch hands. I love the element of time. I like putting watches and time and watch hands in a lot of my stuff. I like waterfalls. I like mist. I like fog. I like water sprays. I like stars. So you'll see a lot of the same stuff, but I just like it. So, I just keep doing it because I like it. All right. So let's see. Let me find my next one here. This next one was pretty simple. Let's see. Here, let me come. And I try to have them all. I try to have them all. What do you call it? Post-it notes. Like this one does not have a post-it note, and it needs one so that I can find it next time. All right. So I did not do. You're going to be surprised at how little I changed this one. Okay, it's very little change to this one. But it looks like a lot, but it really isn't. I'll tell you what I did when it's all said and done. So there's went from this to this. And actually, the only thing I did was paint out the sky and right here. Okay, and put a little waterfall right there. So here's what we started with. Okay, it's just got a piece of light there. That's not even water. I don't even know what that is on there. It's just a little square of light. Like I think, it's the lake that you can see on the other side of the little moat. it's just a light piece there. Well, I turned it into a waterfall and then put more stars down here. So the idea is this whole thing is in another dimension. It's in another, you know, portal, another space. Okay. From that to that. Okay. So, and then I didn't even touch any of this. This is all untouched. All right. So let's see what's the next one. Is it 2 pages? Trying to find, because again, I'm skipping over all the pages that I've not done anything to. I'm just trying to get over to the pages that I have something that, oh, this next one. I think this is funny because I did get a comment on this next one. They said, you got too much going on in that page. And I don't even remember who said it. So don't email me. Okay. So it's this one. Okay. So this one reminded me of those little, you know, in an aquarium, the little, you know, the little buildings you put in, little castles and little, you know, torn up little rocky little bits you put in aquariums. That's what this reminded me of. So I did this, and this is the one where I got the comment. You got too much going on, and there's a lot going on. But, you know, not everyone has to be, you know. So I did this one. So I did all these little waterfalls. I could just imagine these little buildings with all these waterfalls, just hundreds of little waterfalls coming out of the building, and the little angelfish just swimming along. So yeah, it went from this to this. And compositionally, it's not the best, but I wanted a lot of waterfalls, so I put them in. All right, let's see what's next. I'm going to spend a few minutes showing these because if y'all have not been around, like I'm sure you have. Oh, I think this is the one I tore. I think this might have been. I don't think this one's here. I think this is the one I tore out and sent to Carrie in. Let's see. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, the bridge one. How far back is that? See, I cover up the page numbers. Some of them don't even have page numbers because, you know, they just don't. Past 126. Okay. So don't know if I have a thing for it. Here we go. This is it. Okay. Thank you, Terry Pratt. All right. So there's this one, and it's a bridge. Where do I want it to go? Well, I had to go here. This is where I had my bridge go to. So I painted in the mountains. Added, let's see, do I have, yeah, that's pretty much it. Added this watch here. I added this stained glass window. And yeah, so there we go. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Demi. All right, so it went from that to that. All right, I think I got a couple more in this book. Let's see. All right. This one. Okay, so this is what it started as. And again, I would have whited out the words. And then here's a good example of where I take the colors and make them go off the edge. Okay, so like there's, you know, the purple and blues and the oranges. And so I paint those with, and you know, the craft paint's so inexpensive, guys. You know, you can get these for like $1 a color. So, you know, stock up when they go on sale. So here's what I did with this one. So you can see where this ended right here. I painted it all the way to the edge and then added these flowers. I added this little observatory here. And so, yeah. So from that to that. Hi, Mirkwood. All right, let's see what else do I have in this book. But I love doing my abandoned books. I don't do them off as often as I can or used to, or All right, let's see here. The next one is here. Okay. And there we go. So I turned this one kind of into a Sea World thing. See the octopus, some waterfalls, and the doors, and all the different little things coming out the windows. So there we go. And the space, of course, space up behind the pillars. So there's what that looks like that. So it had like these windows of light there, and I just made them into pillars that you could see through to the space. So there's that one. And I think I got two more. Oh, here's one that's not done that I have laid out. Let's see. How far back is it? How far back is this one? This is what I'm still working on. Is that it right there? Here. So this one I'm still working on, and I haven't even glued down. So this one's going to be a circus theme. So I haven't even glued my little acrobatic zebras down yet. But yeah, I really like the way the rocks and the space meld together right here. So, and then all this is just craft paint. All just craft paint. So there we go from that. Look at this. And again, this one's in process. All right, I think I got one more in this book. Oh, no, that one's... All right, here's a good one in progress. This one's in progress, so this will be a good one to show. It's almost to the very back here. This one. Okay, so here's what it looks like, and I'm still working on it, so you can see how little I've done a little bit to it. So you can see that right there. I know there's a glare right there. Let's prop that up. There we go. And then here. So I painted out the sky, I painted out the windows and doors, and I painted out the ground. And that's as far as I got on this one. Okay. So you can also, like in this case, see the snow here. If you water down your acrylic paint, you can do a wash over the top so that you still see through it. Like I did here. You can still see some. You could even do it thinner. You could even do it more washed out. A very thin coat of paint, and then you would see even more through this. But yeah. So that is out of my abandoned castles. And we'll probably come back and work in this in a minute. Okay. Doing some more, blacking out and, starting some more pages. But that's the abandoned castles. And then the abandoned places. This is the one I show the most. So most of y'all probably seen these. But, Oh, thanks, Shelley. And thanks all the lurkers. And thanks everybody for being patient with me this morning in my frustrated mood. Okay, so let's see. All right. This one is the first page that I did in any of my abandoned books. Let's prop this up. Let's prop this up for a minute so it's glare off here. Okay. So this was the very first page that I did that I think I might have blacked out a couple of other things, but this was the first page that I completed. And when I saw this, I'll tell the story again. So don't anybody email me. You tell the same stories over and over. I know you don't have to email me and tell me. So when I saw this, the first thing that came to my mind was the old Star Trek City on the Edge of Forever, which, by the way, was on last night. I didn't watch it because I've seen it so many times, but it was on again last night. And it's the one with Joan Collins, and when Spock and Captain Kirk and Doc McCoy, something happens to Doc McCoy. He gets some kind of injection on the Enterprise, and he ends up going down, beaming down to the planet, and he goes through one of those stone circles and goes back in time. It's like a time portal. Okay, he goes back into a time portal back to 19 before World War. I think it was before World War One, maybe. Anyway, in the 20s. I think it was in the 20s, so it would have been before World War II. But anyway, and that's when they meet Joan Collins, who's a rescue mission lady, and they end up, staying at her shelter while they try to figure out how to get back. Essentially, that's the story. I won't tell you the ending in case you haven't seen it. It's a tearjerker. All right. So anyway, so while McCoy is in his state of discombobulation, he goes into an alley and there's a homeless person there, and he's out of his mind. But this reminded me of that alley. This reminded me of the alley. So that whole story I just told you was because that's what I envisioned when I saw this page. And so I wanted to do some kind of ode to City on the Edge of Forever with the alley, where McCoy ended up with that homeless person in the alley. And so this is what I turned it into. This is my ode to City on the Edge of Forever. And it was the first page that I did in the Abandoned. But it's not the first book I've altered. I've altered a lot of different books, but it's the first Abandoned Places page that I did. And I did that in 2016. So anyway, this was yeah, it's one of my faves too. And I have varnished it. So you see it's shiny. It has been varnished. So this is one of my favorites. So that's my ode to City on the Edge of Forever, from this alley to this. Okay, so let's move on. Let's show a few more. I want to show some that are done. Okay, so a couple pages over. All right, so here's another one, and these can be tricky. So if you get a book that has a lot of different pages on one, you can do a couple different things. If you want to just alter the individual pictures, then don't paint everything out. Just work on that individual picture, right? You can do that just fine. You can also just work on this page as one thing and this page as one thing. But I try to challenge myself to make it a full double page spread whenever I turn a page. And I want it to be that whole thing. But you don't have to do that, and you don't also have to do abandoned things. If you don't like abandoned places, you think they're creepy, or get you a book on Paris, a travel book, a city you love, a country, get a book on Hawaii, get you a book on flowers, trees, nature, gardens, your favorite pets or animals, get a book on birds, get a book on something you love, because if you don't love it, you won't stick with it. Hi, Devin. I showed your IG earlier. And your Digi. So what I'm saying is when you get a book and you have pages like this, you go, oh, what do I do? There's 4 completely different things. You can work on this, you can work on that, and make it 4 separate little altered things. Or you can just make this, turn this into one thing, turn this into another. But I like to put them all together. So here's one in progress. Okay. I have another one that's more finished. But here's how I started out. So this is how I start out. This is not done, but this is how I start them out. I will try to do something with the color, the background, try to make them all cohesive with just the background first. So I'm reverse collaging. I'm getting rid of stuff I don't want. Okay. So instead of having all this going on, I've taken to the background to make the background cohesive. I've blended all this into one landscape, and now I have different things to work with. I've got another one in here, I think it's in this book, where I've finished at making them all cohesive, but this is how it starts. So if you get a page like this, you go, what do I do? Well, you can start by doing the background, just getting rid of reverse collaging. You're reversing out anything you don't want. Okay. All right, so let's see what I got next. This one is also still in progress. And I think it's one that has, yeah. So here's another one with multiples. Okay. And this, what I'm going to show you is not done yet either, but it shows you the progression, because I like to show y'all ones not done too, so that you can see the progress of it. Okay. All right. So here's this one. So I'm working it in. I'm working it, people. But you see how I'm doing the background? I'm getting rid of all the extra stuff in the back, extra, what's the word I'm looking for? Extra, anyway, I'm getting rid of all the stuff in the back. And then I'll start working in the details. So here's what it looked like at first. And then I put this planet, this on top, Mars. I don't know if it's Mars or the moon. Yes, Mars, I think. So I put that on the sink, and then I started painting water in here. But first I did all the background. So notice the background. See? It's getting rid of the white lines. It's getting rid of a lot of stuff. It's getting rid of a lot of stuff. Like all that in the background has been painted out. On this side, you can see how I've painted out a lot of stuff here. All right, next, let's see. And I have some that are just in partial. Again, this one is not done. I'm working a portal. I'm working a portal into this. But let's see here. What's that one? It's just a couple. Okay, here's what it looks like to start with. But I'm working this into another portal right here. And I've started adding rocks and stuff. But you can see how I've painted in all the background there. Changed all the clouds. And but that one's not done either. All right, so let's see. Here's another one that's still in progress. This is what I started with, and I'm working it into this. See how I'm painting out everything? I'm painting out. And I call it reverse collage. Thank you, Devin. And then this is what it was. This is where we're going. Okay. Okay, the next one, this is also one of my favorites. So when I saw this one, I try to tell you a little bit of what I'm thinking of, some of them. You know, I don't get into the whole story in my head, but in this one, I saw this abandoned ghost town, and I thought, what happened to made it a ghost town? So I made a story up about what happened to this ghost town. And this is what happened. There were these planet explosions. This happened. And that's why it turned into a ghost town. I'm going to leave this one sitting here for just a minute. I'm going to take a quick break. Let me do a BRB. So that's what happened to that one. Whoops. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get I always show you, I wear these jean vest things. So that's my painty, drying, and towel thingy. And I do wash them. I wash them just like I do my regular clothes. All right. So you'd be surprised what people email you about. All right. Let's see. I'm going to skip over some here to two more. Oh, wait, was this one that I wanted to show that's in progress? Let's see. Don't think so. Because in this book, I have tons of pages done. Yes, this is the one. Okay. Another one with 3 separate, totally different pictures. Thank you, Devin. And how to make them cohesive. Again, I start with the background. Get rid of the text with some white paint, and then I start painting out the background and trying to make the landscape all one thing. So here's what I've done so far with this one. And so the background, look at the background there, and look at the backgrounds here. So I painted, see how I've got a landscape going here? I got the sky painted out. I've got this all going on down here. Behind all this is all painted out. And it does take some time. This isn't something you just, I can do it pretty fast because I've done hundreds of them. But, just starting out, it's going to take you some time to think about, how am I going to make this into one cohesive world? How am I going to make the sky cohesive, the landscape? What am I going to do about down here? And then what am I going to do to make it all one thing? Well, it does take some thought and a little bit of something, right? But I've got the sky, I've got my two, different landscapes, planes here, and I've got some water, and I'll, finish splashing up some things going on here. And I've got waterfalls and rivers and stuff that I'm still working on. But you can see how it all comes together. All right, so next, let's see. Okay, this one's pretty simple. All I did was I have this page here where I had this on the side and this over here. So what I did is I just wanted to kind of make it this a focal area. So I just, all I did was paint out the sides and one wisp of something coming through like that. And that's all I did on this. Paint out the sides and that. And that's all that's been done to this page. So you don't have to do a lot of complicated stuff. You can keep it simple. You can, use some collage font after you paint out whatever that's, I'm trying to think of the word I keep wanting to say expeditiously, but that's not it. When you got a lot of extra stuff, what's the word? I'm sorry, it's bugging me. I know one of y'all can answer it for me probably right away. The extra stuff, but not expeditiously. I see I've got expeditiously stuck in my head. Thesaurus. Let me go to my thesaurus. Yes, there we go, Anne. Thank you, Anne. Oh, and all y'all are saying it now. Thank you. Extra. Now, how do I say it? There it is. Extra. I see. I can't say it. I still have the other word in my head. Extraneous. I gotta write it down. Oh my gosh. See, that's why I write things down. Extraneous. There we go. Extraneous. Yes. And I'm going to put train in there so I can remember. Extraneous. That is the word I've been trying to say. So you want to get rid of all the extraneous things. Thanks, guys. And then I just put that little bit in there. Okay. All right. Next, moving on a couple pages over. Here's another one that's still in a state of flux. Okay. So I have this, and it looked like somebody took a sofa apart, and it's all the cotton out of a sofa or something. And so I'm going to put somebody in a chair and do something like this. It's just started. It's not very far in, but yeah. So that's just to show you how they progress. This one is one of my favorite ones. So the first thing I did was get rid of the white text. I mean the black text on the white edge, and then I wanted to get rid of all this, right? And in this, I saw the little. Is it the newel post? I had that discussion. Was it Monday with this part right here? When you see those right there, Somebody will tell me what those are called. Not the posts. I think Ann was the one that told me what these were last Monday. The banisters, no, that's the banister. This anyway, this part right here. If you turn that sideways, look how it looks like a stair. It can look like a staircase, and I've used something like that. Bolsters, thank you. I used those before in staircases. But anyway, in this case, these big posts right here had one of them was green. So it the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this was, well, I bet if you could run your hand over the top of that, you could do the Star Trek, Voyager type thing where you go, you have a holodeck. Well, if you ran your hand over that and turned it into a holodeck, I thought, well, these could be like some kind of glowing and turn these into where if you touch them, you'd go into a holodeck world. So that's what I did. I made them into little glowy things, and then I turned it into kind of like creepy looking. But you see how I got rid of the white over here? And this is all just paint and color pencil. Color pencil mist. And same thing going from that window to that window. So it's kind of creepy cool. So there we go from that to this. Hello, Deborah. And anybody else I missed? I'm not missing you on purpose. So there's that one. That's one of my favorites. Okay, then let's go to another. This one's not one of my favorites, but I'll show it to you because just to show you, not everything you have to. I think I've gone too far. Let's see, it's only a couple pages. Well, I got two that are not my favorites. This one is not my favorite, but I saw this kind of going like this into a bridge and then expanding out into a world. And then, but bringing it in as well. So this one is not one of my favorite. It's too symmetrical. I don't like things that get too symmetrical. This one was too symmetrical, but I don't remember why. I think I had an image of Big Ben that I wanted to use. So that's why this one came about. So it's got all this mountain stuff going on here, and it's just too symmetrical. I put Big Ben right there in the middle. I got two different planet things going on. And it's a bridge. I like this part. I like how the bridge is floating in space, but I don't really like how it's so symmetrical. But that's what I did with that page. Okay, then this is another one that I don't really love, but you don't love them all, but you just keep working them. So there's this one. I did a palette knife, rocky something going on here, waterfalls, and I don't know. I had that owl image, and I wanted to use him, so I figured out a place to use the owl. So that's that one. That. Okay, so then let's see what we got next. Skip a couple pages here. All right, this one was a real simple one. And if you have buildings, this is a way that you can make your buildings work for you. This one. Okay, so this one already had, look at all those little black spaces. It's already got all these little cubbies that you could use. You could put little things, you could put little seashells in each one. You could have an octopus coming out. You could have, fish swimming in and out. You could have mist. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is my untouched book. I'm going to touch it. I'm gonna do something in it. Let's see. Wet baby wipe, white paint, mash the paint into the baby wipe. And we can have all kinds of things going on here. coming in and out and through those little windows like this. Can you see that? If the background was black, you'd notice it more. But you could have all kinds of little, maybe I'll do it down here, you see it better. So let's have it floating in and out, floating in, behind there, through those doors and across like that. See? Hi, Sandra. Anybody else I missed coming in? Susan. So you could do that. Now, well, while it's still wet, I can just wipe it off because it's still wet. But you could do something like that. Okay. So what I did with it, though, what I did with mine is I just really painted out the background and put some stars right here. So I collaged in some nebula, painted in, got rid of this right here, got rid of that roof right there. So I reversed that out and then did the sky and then added some stars. I didn't even add any mist coming through here, which I could do. We could maybe add, well, then I have to let it dry. So we'll move on. All right. So this one, this is another one that's pretty simple compared to some of them. And that's just this. So from that to that. Okay. And we're going to pull out some paint and start working here shortly. This is another one that's in progress. See, I just work on them when I like to. Oh, this one. Wait, did I already pass that one up? I might have already passed this one up. Here we go. So this one is another one I didn't do a lot too. I added the hands holding the tree coming out of the water there. So this is what it looked like. So not a lot of change. So you don't have to change it a lot to make it your own world. All right, then a couple pages over. This one I'm still working on. This one, I'm making it a big flood thing here going on there. And again, more rocky, painty, palette knifey. Painted out the sky red. So you see, you can get rid of a lot of stuff. Like, look at all that. Look at all this destruction. I got rid of all of it. All right, let's flip to a couple more because I want to start working in. I'm skipping some of my pages. All right, I'm going to go to a couple more that are my favorites. All right, this got two right here that are my favorites. Pass it? No. This one, but pass this one up. Oh, where'd that one go? I think I got three more to show you. This one here, and this one's varnished too. So when I saw this, and I tell the same stories, I tell y'all the same thing that, every time, but, So when I saw this, I noticed that little bridge to nowhere. There's a little bridge there that goes to nowhere. So I said, we got to make it go to somewhere, and we have to have been somewhere to go somewhere. So where we been and where are we going? So this is where we've been, and that's where we're going. And again, I don't put people in a lot of my collages because I want you to be the person. But in this case, her that I gave her a feather, it just fit. So I really liked her, and it has been varnished, so it's done. Once they're varnished, you can't really go back. So I painted that over that. And of course, the stars and all the stuff of the nebulas and all that in the background. And then my next favorite, well, that one and this one are two of my favorites. I got about 10 favorites, this one. So I'm telling you when I first saw this page, what what I saw, what I thought about, and then where I went from that. So these little huts look like little, and this is a whole abandoned city. These little huts look doesn't look like he's metal detecting. They look like little metal detecting guys, like they're metal detecting. And then of course this looked like a bridge. That looked like a bridge. So I said, well, they need to be metal detecting on a bridge. But where is that bridge? Well, y'all know where that bridge is. That bridge will be in space. So we got an exploding planet down here. We got our little metal detecting guys. That's what they look like in my head anyway. And we got a whole nebula thing going on back there. So this is one of my favorites. So yeah, we went from this to this. Okay. Is that about all? Well, let's see. Maybe this one. Not much done on that. No, that one's not really much done. Let's see. Let me keep going. This is another one that I'm still in progress. That's what it looks like in the book, and then this is what I'm working on. This is still in progress. What else? This one's not one of my favorites, but it's really dramatic, so I like it for the drama of it. This page right here. There's this one little guy right here in this whole field of like deserted armory and just stuff out there. And he's this one little guy in this big open area with nothing, no world, has no world. So I had to give him a world. Now I don't love the world that I gave him, but it's a world. At least he's not living here. Okay, so here we go. So there's the little guy. So I put in some steps, and some of them are painted, some of them are cut. And then gave him the whole background scene here, some planets, a little building for him to go into, and all these little stairs and waterfalls. And so the only thing I really kept in this whole thing was him. Everything else in here has been changed except him. So there we go. All right, let's finish this up so we can get on to doing a little bit of painting. All right, one more here. Oh, this one. I forgot about this one. I really like this one too. Where is it? To pass it up. Yeah. So this one, turn it into this. And did some extra waves here. Put the stars up under there. And yeah, so that. And let's see. I got a couple more in here that they're okay. I'll leave it on one of my favorites like that, I think. Okay. Oh wait, I do have one more back here. I thought that was it. Maybe that's not it. No. Nope. This one was kind of a simpler one. Let's see how far back it goes. Maybe I passed it up already. Well, I'm not sure how far back it is. It's a building, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. This one. So this is one that wasn't a lot done to it. Okay. So you see these guys looking over the edge of this broken down building. And so I wanted them to be looking down into space. So that's what I gave them. They're all looking down into space. And I know it wants to flash out. But there we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get some paint out. And let's see what we can do. I think I'm going to move back into the castle one I showed you earlier because there's less done in that one. So I'll have more blank pages to work with. We'll just look at it. Oh, I got pieces of this all over my room. Oh, is it a metal detecting page from a magazine or did you paint? It was a combination of both, Devin. It was from a calendar and painting. It was both. Let's see. All right. Let's see here. I got my book out if we have time to read our. All right. So what I want to show you is, and here you can see where I've painted some of this out, painted around there. And I'll try to find the before and after so you can kind of see. So this one's got a lot already painted in too. So let's see what we can find that's not done. This is when I showed y'all started. I might need to even get another book out because I might have already painted so much in here that there may not be. Okay, well, here's one that has a bunch of stuff. This is like, well, that may be a complicated one. Let's do this one. It's a little complicated, but not as complicated as trying to start with 4 pictures. Because that will really, that intimidates a lot of people when you got a whole bunch of pictures on one. All right, so let's start with this. All right, there's nothing done on it at all. So like I said, the first thing you want to do is just take, and I'll have to be pulling out colors as we go. And I do want to put some wax paper between the pages so we're not gluing them shut. And you have to do this with every page. I mean, it's a little bit of time consuming to do these things. I'm just not going to lie. It is some time to do this stuff. Okay, so I'm just sip a little water. All right. So I'm going to start with just getting rid, and this is, I don't know what that's from I think that's from the Post-it note. I'm just going to paint over that too. I'm just going to get rid of the white text just to start, so it's not in my way. And there will be a little bit of a glare. It's just the shiny of the page. All right, let's move that off there. Let's move that over, have room. All right, so let me clean my brush off here. All right. So I'm going to dry that. I'm plug in my heat tool. Hi, Rebecca. All right, so now I'm going to get some colors out because I want to blend this all into one. First, like I said, the next thing you want to do is concentrate on, reversing out anything you want, getting rid of the white, and I'll be blending in the background at the same time. All right, so let's get some colors. I already got some white. Let's get some browns, some blues, some grays. Let's move that little piece up. All right, so there's a little bit of a purple color. And, I'm just picking colors that I see in here. Okay. Even if it's just a little bit even. I'll probably use some of this cream color for the castle. I'm not going to pull any of that out yet because it's just going to dry. A little dark brown. And always make sure and shake your paints because the oils, like that one, I didn't quite shake well enough. All right, and then let's get some, reaching over here, moving things around, shuffling. Let's get some blues, some gray, some yellow ochre. A little yellow ochre, some gray, maybe a little like colonial blue. What other color? And normally, if I'm going to be doing a whole lot of this, I'm going to get out my big tray, which y'all know what that looks like. But that doesn't work on camera. All right, I'm looking at my colors. That might be enough. and some black. All right, let's see. Carol, hi Dee Dee in chat. I look at my clock. It says 8:30. Can I get here? Yeah, it's 10:30 here. It's 10:30 here, Carol. All right. So now, and I'm going to need lots of baby wipes. I go through a lot of baby wipes, and I just refill this same painty box that Janet hates, but I just refill it with the packs, and I like Huggies Natural. There's no soap. There's no smell. They're just damp. They're just, there's no fragrance. There's no soapiness. There's no. So that's what I like. And usually when I start using my paintbrush, I'll use this to, clean my brush as I go till it gets really, like if I'm going from black to white, then I'll clean my brush in the swisher, in the paint and the water. But otherwise, I'll just clean my brush as I go. But we're going to start with finger painting. Okay. Yeah, you can use whatever brand of craft paint. I particularly like Americana Deco Art because I like the variety of colors. I just like this paint. But you can use any craft paint. Some colors like red, lime green, yellow, they're going to be more translucent. So sometimes it may take 2 coats. All right, so here we go. Roll up the little old sleeves a little bit, and we're going to get crack-a-lack. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of the white. So I'm going to start with the sky. So I'm going to pick up those 2 colors that I see in the sky. See? You see those 2 colors? So if y'all, and another thing I'll tell you is if you want to practice before you go into your book, a lot of people are intimidated. Practice in a magazine, especially an art magazine that has lots of colors and paintings and lots going on. Fashion magazines, not so much because the paper is so extra thin. But magazines are a great way for you to practice matching your colors. Okay? Matching your colors. So in this case, what I'm trying to do is get rid of the white borders. All right? Are y'all still with the tour? Where's Julie Topaz holding the velvet rope? Hi, Rainbow Kitten. Who else am I missing? Amber. All right. So those are the 2 colors, the main colors I see in the sky. So I picked up both those colors. And now I'm going to start. And I'm just going to keep going back over here and picking up more. I'm going to get rid of the white. And sometimes it may take a couple coats. And you might have to get a brush into the, crevice of the book. But one of the things to note, it's how thick it is. I'm not adding any water to this. I'm trying to just get rid of all the background. And that's here. See how I'm going over the edge? That's why you need to have wax paper, because otherwise you're going to glue your pages together. You're going to glue your pages together. So I'm just getting that, maybe a little bit of that yellow in there, maybe just a little touch going across there. In there. Maybe that's a little too much. Let's break it up a little bit. Let's go like that. Maybe a little bit of that gray. All right, so now I'm going to clean my finger off here because I want a little bit of that blue-gray down here. So I'm just going to kind of match up the colors as I go. A little bit more yellow down here. And you don't have to finger paint it. You can use a brush. I like a couple reasons why I like the finger painting method, if you will, is one, I'm putting it on, it's thick. Okay. It's going on really thick. And this makes me not get too fussy with it. Okay. It makes me get not too fussy. The other thing that is cool is because this is glossy paper, while this is wet, I can wipe away things. Your other option is to matte medium the whole page to start. Matte medium your whole page to start, and then you'll more easily remove your paint if you want to, fussy with it. Right now, I'm just picking up lots of different browns and a little bit of the yellow ochre, and I'm getting rid of the white is all I'm really trying to do right at this time. A little bit more brown in here, maybe. And if it takes 2 coats thinner, then just do 2 coats thinner. Or you can do, I'm putting a pretty thick coat. Even though I still see that line there, I'm going to have to go back in and add some more paint. But I'm getting it started, right? I'm getting it started. Let's add a little bit more maroony color in there. Now I'm down into the blue-gray color here. So I'm going to add a little bit of the blue-gray. If I go over the building while it's wet, I can move it off like that. All right. Do y'all have any questions so far? Because I know I'm throwing a lot out there. So if you have questions, tell me before we get, it's too far. I don't want to say in the weeds, but you know what I mean. I haven't added any stars, no planets, no clouds, nothing yet. I'm just concentrating on getting rid of the white. So let me see if there's any questions or anything. I'm just concentrating on getting rid of the white. Let's see, first time she did, let's see, Arlene. How long do you think she's talking to Janet. Does the book have to have a glossy finish? No. I sometimes will start just by painting the whole thing out with golden matte medium and making the whole thing matte. One of the reasons that I like to just go ahead and start with the matte medium, let me start by saying I glue everything down. If I'm going to add collage fodder to this, it's going to be with matte medium. Okay. So everything you can start by, if you want to paint your background out and then go and put matte medium on places that you're going to, or if you're gluing things down and I glue everything down with matte. And one of the reasons I like to do that is because I like to add color pencil details. And color pencil will not go over this shine. Color pencil is not going to go on here. Doesn't matter what I do with the color pencil, it's not going to work on here, on a shine. But I like to add color pencil to things. Color pencil will go over all this. Color pencil will go over the acrylic paint, but it's not going to go over the shine. So if you want to start by matte mediuming, if you want to call it that, putting a coat of matte medium over the whole thing to make it all matte so that you can do other techniques such as color pencil, then you can do that. After I'm completely done and I know the page is finished, I will put a gloss varnish on it and then make the whole thing gloss again. But that's at the very end when I know I'm not going to add any more, pencil or anything. That's when I varnish it. Okay. So, but I cannot do pencil work on this right now, but I'm not to that stage yet. So if you want to put matte medium on it at the beginning, you can do that. Or if you know you're going to glue other things down on your altered book, I'll say altered book, then you can wait till you're gluing things down to matte medium things down. Or if you know you just want to add pencil to it, then you're going to put matte medium on. Because right now, the only thing I can put on here right now is acrylic paint. Pencil is not going to stick. Okay, does that help, Deborah, or anybody else? All right, so now I want to get down here in the rocks. Okay, and there's a couple things I could do. I'm going to do some with my finger and some with a palette knife. First, I'm going to just try to get rid of the white. So I'm going to go in here with a black and a brown. I'm just going to go in here with a black and a brown just to get rid of the white. And again, sometimes you might have to get a brush to get down here in the crack of the book, right? So I just want to get black and brown down in here just to get rid of the white edge. Okay, just getting rid of the white edge. And I'm picking up black and brown. Again, I know not everybody likes to get their little fingers all dirty, but I do. This is how I do it. And you see how quick it goes too? All right, so I'm going to get some brown up here. There's a little hill right there. Okay. All right, so now I've got to start. Now I can kind of fussy in some areas, maybe just while the paint's still wet, I can kind of get some going in here, just kind of maybe, pick up a little bit more color. Just get those rocks kind of started to be blended in. I think I want a better hill maybe right here. I can put a, you can change things, change your landscape. I'm going to put a hill back over in here, kind of like that. Okay. Now I can do a couple things. I can pick up a little gray, blue, or white, just a little, just pick up a little bit. I didn't even clean my hands. And I can kind of come in here and kind of drag my fingers across here and kind of just bring in some more of these rocks. And I don't know if they're, I guess they're snow capped. And I can kind of bring them in here. If you get something, it's still wet. Everything is still wet. You can go in there and take your baby wipe out and move things around, play with it with your fingers. So you can kind of see if I don't want that big cliff right there, I can maybe bring some, maybe there'll be some water coming down there. You know, maybe there'll be some water coming down off that cliff right here. So I can bring that up here. Okay, same thing over here. I'm going to pick up a little of that blue in the ground. Everything is still wet. Okay. Sometimes you need to dry it because otherwise, if you don't dry it, you're just making mud. But right now, because of what I'm trying to do, blending all this, I'm just picking up blue and white, and I'm just coming in here, kind of dragging it. There's no right or wrong. This is not, oh no, you missed that rock. You know what I mean? That's just not a thing. You're making your world. It can be anything you want. If you don't want any of these rocks, just cover them all up. If you want some more detailed ones, put another batch of them. Let's just put another batch of more rocks up in here. You can put some more up in there. Drag it up into those into this brick up in here. Pull it up into that. Pull that color up into there. See, you can just, however, it's your world. It's your world. I see nothing in caps, so we're good. All right, maybe I want a little bit more black right in here. I want a little bit more black. I'm going to get rid of a little bit of that, make it a little bit more. Maybe we'll have some stars in here. Maybe there's a little viewing through here. Maybe this is floating in space. Maybe this is floating in space, so we might want some more black in here. So let's put some more areas of black. Or I might want some more. And then the other thing I was going to show you can take your palette knife and pick up some of the, let's just pick up some of the blue and the gray. Not much, just a little tiny bit on your palette like that. A couple colors. And you can kind of skim. You can kind of skim and make rocks and stuff with your palette knife. And if you don't like where something's going, then just go in there with your finger, move it, or your baby wipe. Take some out, put some in. But your palette knife can make some real cool rocks and crunchy stuff. I don't know if that's showing up, but you can kind of blend some of it out. So let's pick up a little bit more blue and white on there, and then I'm kind of just rubbing it off, and it kind of blends. Okay, let's come over here and do a little bit more. Okay. I want those black areas, though, because I'm going to put stars in there. All right, so we got to start. All right. So now, essentially, I'm done with the edges. So I can move my papers where I've painted over the edge. And I'm going to hit it with a heat gun now and just kind of sit and look at it for a minute. But you see how we got rid of all. Now, up here, you can still see a little bit. It took the brown, did not go all the way coverage of that, the white paper. So I can go back in here with just, I'll be careful not to go over the edge. I can go back in here and try to just get rid of that line because it's a white, harsh line. There's a white, harsh line there that you're going to have to work out. All right. Any questions? All right, let's go ahead and dry this. Oops, I got a little something there. Thanks, Amber. I want that black all the way to the edge right there. And remember, the paint is really, thick, so it takes a minute to dry. Okay, so now look right here. I don't know if you can see. See how you can still see that line that's separated from where the white was to where I added the paint. So you can take, go in here with the brush or your finger again, and you might have to add some more colors and, blend. Get rid of the white, get rid of the line. Get rid of the line. And it might take a couple coats, dry, and then add, um, another bit of paint to get rid of that line. And I'm going to want some brighter blue carrying over here. And I'm going to want some of that brighter blue all the way over here. And I think I'm going to have it kind of flick up into the sky here. All right, just make some cloud areas back over in here. Maybe some of the clouds might fly over the castle here. All right. Well, I don't want to get too much in the details yet. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and clean my brush, because if I'm not using it constantly, just wiping it on my baby wipes is good for it while you're working, but it will start to harden up, and you don't want that to happen. All right. So now let me go back over to find the original page. I'm not sure how far back I am. Let's see here. So you can see what it looked like first. Find that castle. I'm not sure how far back it is. How far back? It's pretty far back. Hang on, I'm going to find the page because I can't see the numbers. Okay, that one's 55. Okay, I'm not quite there yet. Almost there. Okay. So this is what we started with. Here's what we started with. And here's how far we've come with just paint. No detail. We just reverse collaged it out just with craft paint. There's no collage yet. There's nothing, just paint. Okay. I want to keep this handy so I can refer back to it. All right, let's go ahead and dry it some more. Now, y'all know me. I like my watches and time element. Now, I don't want to, here again, I don't want to try to finish a page. I want to kind of do a few pages into this stage, so y'all can get the idea of what to do from the very beginning, getting rid of the white edges, blending things in, rather than just watching me collage a page, because we do that a lot and all the time. So I really want you to see some of the basic stuff of altering a book. All right, but let me see if I can just, grab just a couple things here just to kind of give you an idea. Let's see. Let me get one of my watch magazines here. Hang on. I don't know who's texting. I think it's probably the family. Family's probably texting to the right. So I just got a watch magazine here just to kind of just give you an idea. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time doing individual collage things. I don't want to get out the matte medium and start getting collaging too much. I really just want to concentrate on this stage, if you will. But I will just give you an idea. All right, let's just pick this one. Let's just pick one. I'll just tack it down with a glue stick. Where's my scissors? Where's my scissors? All my scissors are gone. There's. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps now, okay? Let's see here. Maybe just this bit here. And then also when you do your collaging, and at this stage, I could do more collaging. I could get out my matte medium and start gluing things down and covering everything with matte medium because like this castle is still shiny. See, I've not done anything with that castle, so it's still shiny. So I can't really do any pencil work or anything on that. I could add paint, but I can't do any pencil work on it because of the sheen. I sort of like I just have a little bit of a coat. Let's cut that down just to a little bit of a watch. I got too much there, but you know. So I can start adding different collage pieces, you know, just kind of moving it around, seeing where I might want something. Maybe I want some broken up bits of watches in the hills here. Maybe just a little bit here. All this will add to at the end of the day when you're done. See, let me see if you can see how that makes it so dramatic. Oh, it's going to flash out. See where I've just added those little bits like that? So I'm not going to glue them down. I'm just going to kind of tack them down just so they'll stay there, which is another way you can start laying your stuff out just by just putting a little bit of glue on the back just to kind of tack it down where you might want some things. See? And then I can take the brush and even then I can also start adding little bits of like little splashes, like maybe they're just kind of the water is kind of going around those areas. I'd add more in there, but I got 3 in there, so you can kind of see that right there. How you can start adding things in. You want bits? Okay, so just to kind of show you that. And already, you know, I need more baby wipes because my baby wipes, I could go through a whole pack of baby wipes in one collage session by just pulling out 3 or 4 at a time. And I just let the paint dry on my hands, usually till, you know, as long as it's not in my way, it's not bothering me to have my hands painty. Okay, so there we go. Now I can take my bucket of stars, even though I haven't done much up here in the sky yet. Again, I really want to concentrate on this stage and moving to another page. So, because y'all have seen where they kind of go. But let's go ahead and take a little bit of white paint and I'm just going to rub some of it into my baby wipe. This just gets it into the baby wipe. Okay. And now I can come in here and add, you know, some more clouds, mist. I can add more watery stuff at the bottom, but right now I'm just going to add a little bit more atmosphere, if you will. Maybe some mist is coming out of those windows there. It could be swirling around, coming out of the sky and swirling around down to these watches or part of one of the watch parts. Could swirl around this way. Need a little bit more paint there. Okay, I could have some kind of a planet, something else going on up here. A couple of planets might be up in here, a spaceship, something that's making, where the swirls are coming out of, that could be happening. And again, maybe some coming out of this window, coming around down this way. Could be swirling back around this way. Swirling all the way around across there. And you can just keep moving it and wiping it and using your baby wipe to make it softer, sharper. Okay. This is really a lot. I mean, this is a little too much swirly, stuffy going on here, but I wanted to show y'all what you can do with it, Bye, Arlene. Okay. And then down here on the bottom, this is the only time I really add water, is if I want to do a wash on something, or everything else is full on strength paint. So I want to water this down for my bucket of stars, though, so it splatters easy. Let's get a small brush over here. Let's see, let me dig one out. I like my little these little calligraphy brush, these kind of things. These brushes right here, they're very floppy. They're very floppy and do good with splattering. And you add quite a bit of water to that and get it going. And then what you want to do, not over the book, but you want to come down here and tap off a lot of the excess so you don't have too big of splatters. Okay, and then I'm going to come in here. And then if you want something, some bigger splatter or something, you can come in here with a Posca paint pen. You can come in with a Posca paint pen and make, a couple of bigger ones. You might want a shooting star in there, whatever. Remember to wash those. Mash those. Yes, you have to mash the baby wipe to get it into the baby wipe. Just picking it up it doesn't get it into the fibers of the baby wipe. So you want to mash it in. That's why I put it in my hand and mash it into the baby wipe. Okay. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Nobody's, I'm just telling you what I do. Again, I always tell y'all I'm not a teacher. I'm just demoing what I do. And then I might have a couple of other little stars up in here. I might have it was one of my Posca. Some up in here. I might have some kind of a star shine coming down out of this swirl here. Can kind of soften it. Okay, and I haven't decided on some kind of planet right there. You can just punch something out or cut something out of anything, just any kind of little bit of, let's just look right here. Let's just find something textury. Let's see here. Maybe something with a little bit of a gray blue to it. Some doors here. Let's see what I got in here. This is my bucket of the little fairy houses that I've been working on. So a lot of this stuff is mushrooms and fairy houses and doors and stuff. The little frame pieces I've been working on. Okay, maybe something right here might work. Let's just get a little punch. Get a little punch. Oh, I really want some blue in it. I think I want some blue. Let's see. Let me go back over here. You don't have there's really not as much scraps in here as you think. But I want, here's a part of an earth. How's that? Oh, that looks pretty good. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to punch this down a little smaller here. Let's just grab a piece of that. Okay. Now let's cut this down with a little bit of scissors. Where's my scissors? Here we go. part of that. Cut that down. A little bit of glue stick for now. And we're going to have that right there. And then we'll have the baby wipe, a little men, a little mash coming across there. So it's coming out behind something there. Let's do it. Where's the brush? Where's my brush? I don't know if anybody's enjoying this or finding it interesting or even plans on doing any kind of altered book or anything, but maybe a little bit more glowy in there. Coming across here. But tell me if y'all are enjoying this, because I don't have to be doing this. All right, let's get a little more blue and a little bit more. Might have made that a little too big. I could have made it a little bit smaller, but I think that's the idea there. Thank you, Davin. All right, so anyway, there's just to show you kind of how to start this. Now, again, if I was going to add pencil or any other kind of detail work, like my watch hands, I could use a Posca. Posca paint will go over the shiny, just like acrylic paint will go over the shiny, right? So if I had a watch thing here and I wanted the watch hands to come out, the Posca will go over shiny. And at the end of the day, I'm going to coat the whole thing with varnish. And then I just use a water. This is a gloss, interior, exterior, gloss, varnish, water based. Do not get an oil based varnish. Make sure it's a water based varnish. This is Delta Ceramcoat, but any water based gloss will be fine. Okay, but to glue things down and to make things matte to work on top of with pencil, you have to first have the golden, I use golden, matte medium. If you're going to go in here and pencil, or if you're gluing things down, you want to use your matte medium. Okay, does all the steps make sense? Tell me if there's something, like, tell me right now while you're thinking about it, if there's something that you're not getting or not understanding, or tell me now. Tell me now, Tim. Okay, let's see. That's the only varnish you use, Brenda? Yeah. All right, so while you think about questions, I'm going to dry this really well while y'all ask. So I want to make sure it's dry before I, turn the page. Because any place that's wet paint, you're going to stick your pages together wherever that wet paint is. So you want to make sure everywhere is dry. I think I am. And these I didn't glue down. I just tacked those little pieces down just to show you. So again, let me show you before and after on this. And we'll move on to another page just to start it again. Okay, so here we go. We got, this is what we started with. Thanks, Jane. And this is where we've gone so far. And really what I'm trying to emphasize on this demo today is how to get rid of your white edges and start making a landscape. If that's what you want. Doesn't have to be landscape, it can be outer space. We do a lot of that too. All right, so let's see here. Let me just continue to look through here and see what, something I just want to do that can help you. This one has got so much already going on with it. You could just add, it's already got a base for you. The only thing I would think of is that you'd want to get rid of this. So again, you could add white paint just to get rid of the text. That's just getting rid of the text. Somehow I got some paint down here. I want to get rid of that. But then I would do is take pink orangey, peachy colors, and then just do the same thing. And I'll do another one. This just doesn't have enough for me to do on here. And start blending that in. Blending in these colors here across the sky. Maybe some more mist, you could take, let's see, I need some more white paint out here. Or I could even just use white here and make more clouds. This will be quick. Oh, I didn't dry it. Let me dry it. Let me get those letters, that text kind of whited out. Let me dry it. To put another coat on top of. I've watched you swipe white paint before. I want to do it in a coloring book, but I was scared to. Yeah, you got to be brave in your color book. Exactly. You want to, Deborah, let me click on what you said. When you've spent hours doing a color book page, you have to be brave to do it. And you just got, don't do it on your very favorite page because it may not turn out to your satisfaction. Or practice. Do some practicing on other pages before you do it in your color book, But I've done it in my color books. But you do have to be a little bit brave. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some thicker cloud stuff going on here. I didn't really cover up all that text well because I'm just putting white paint out now, and you really want to put the yellow, the orange, the pink colors back in there. But I want to just kind of show you some more, stuff. So you can get some clouds going across the sky. But baby wipes are just magic, You you gotta just kind of play with it till you get it somehow where you like it. Get some clouds going. So I've already added a whole sky full of clouds with all the mist going on here. But you can now let's see here what I want to do. Let's see if I can get it thin enough back here. So I want this part to be pretty thin far back, and it's going to be thicker when it comes closer to me. So, but let me get a brush. So my fingers are kind of a little too fat for that. So let's kind of have it coming out right there. Out of that right there. Coming behind that one. Just a little bit of far distant mist coming out of one of those little windows. And then it's going to get thicker as it comes forward. It's going to, because it's closer to you, so it's going to be bigger, right? Maybe some down here in these trees down in here. And of course, you can have other things going on. You're going to have any other collage items down here. So you can, but we want this pretty light and misty. So don't get it too you want it kind of thin. So there's just an example. Then you might have more clouds and other swirly stuff coming around down here. Maybe from behind there. Just kind of imagine what's going on and play with it. Don't be afraid to try. You're not going to get it. You're not going to like everyone, and you're not going to get everyone. It's not all going to work every time you do it. You're going to say, oh, I don't like that. Well, while it's wet, then just go like this and wipe it away while it's wet. You see? But if you don't play and practice and see what'll happen and just experiment, then you're gonna say, oh, I'm afraid to do it. I'm never gonna try that. I don't want to touch paint in my hands. Well, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? And then there's maybe a lot of misty stuff way back in here. Maybe even water or something over here. This could even all be ocean back in here. It could be lots of waves or clouds or whatever. Or this could even be outer space. Black out the whole thing. Oops. All right. I'm not seeing any questions. If you have not seen Best Dog, okay. Best, where is it, Rachel? I don't know. You mean Beth Schuler and her her dog, her real dog, or a picture of a dog, a painting of a dog? Be more specific. Again, make sure it's 100% dry before you turn the page. All right, so let's see here. This might be a good one. A little bit of time. I'm trying to find some things that might be, useful for you to see. Okay. Maybe some trees and some green. What do y'all think? Y'all want to see, more buildings, more landscapes? All right, here, this is a good one with these tree branches. This might be a good one. See, I've already started painting that. See the black right there? The black is my paint. But look at the trees. Remember what we did on our collages on Monday with the tree branches? You could do that. Now you have to get rid of all the white. Y'all want to work on this one? Let's work on this one. Okay. Nobody's answering me on what their preference is. No preferences, so I'm just going to roll with it. All right, so let's put some wax paper behind it. I'll get another tray. Well, I might have room for some green on there. Let's see. I need some more wax paper down here. Well, some of these are hard to get very colorful because, look what we're working. I'm going to put purple and lime green in this. Is that colorful enough? All right, let me get another. Let me find. Let's see, 16. I want to make sure I have the page ready so we can refer back to it. Okay. All right, let me get another tray here because this one's got browns and blues, black and white, of course, but I'm going to need some greens and purples. So let's look over here. So let's get some dioxazine. Uh-oh, I just flung my bracelet right off my wrist. And purple's another one that's kind of translucent that may take 2 coats. Okay. And maybe I'm going to need a little bit of black with that to kind of make it a little richer. Oh my gosh. Okay, a little black. And then let's get some greens here. Hang on. I want to get let's get a variety of greens. Some lime, some white. These 3 greens. Those might be enough. And then I've got some blue and gray right here and black. All right. Getting crack-a-lackin'. Yes, Leona. If y'all talk to me, put it in caps. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Okay, some kind of medium green, a little darker green. I don't know if this has a lot of grass green in it. Maybe I will get a little grass green, although I never hardly ever use grass green, bright grass green. But it's too dark. I know I got some grass green in here somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Well, we're not going to use it if we can't find it. I do have grass green somewhere. Okay, well, I can't find it right now, so we'll just mix those. So let's see. All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to move this right over here. This is literally all the space. Everything around this is full. So this is okay, so I want a little bit more blue in this purple. So let's get the ultramarine. marine blue. So let's get a couple here. Okay. I'm going to put out a couple of blues. That may be enough. Let's just go with that. Okay, so I'm going to pick up those two colors. It's hard to say. It looks black, but it's like a dark blue. All right, let's go ahead and start. Got my pages here. So I'm going to pick up those two colors. Oh, see, I didn't mix that up enough. See how thin that is? That's because I didn't shake it enough. We got to go back. We have to go back. Prussian blue. Let's shake that Prussian blue. Shake that baby up. There we go. All right, now purple and blue. All right, so here we go. Same thing I was doing on the other page, but it may take a couple coats because they're, depending on how translucent the color. Purple, red, lime green, yellow. Those colors are more translucent. Look at that. I got a blob of paint right there. Hang on. Let's see. How do you never get paint on you? Well, I do. I do get paint on me. Let's see if I can hold that. I got it. I do get paint on me. All right. Okay, so I'll probably need another coat of purple up in the top here. But a little more purple in here. Very thick. It's very thick paint. See, very thick. All right, so now I'm going to get a little bit of the black and green and kind of start blending in here. All right, so I am picking up that oils from that purple, sadly, where I didn't shake it up enough. I'm picking up some of that in there. All right, let's go over here to this green. A little bit of that light. See, I've not even cleaned my hands. I've not cleaned my hands. I'm just continuously. And if I get somewhere I don't want, just wipe it away. Let's get back down in here. Going right over that tree because I can paint those little limbs. I don't want to try to go around every little tree limb right there, right? All right, a little more purple in here. A little bit of dark brown. So I'm letting the colors in the background here kind of pick for me. Again, baby wipe away while it's wet. You can do that. All right, no questions. I see nothing in caps, so I'm going to keep working. Got to put it in caps if you want me to see it, guys. All right, let's go back over here to the dark brown. A little bit of black. Just get my landscape going here. Might need a brush. Where's my brush? Get some thin lines here. All right, no questions. Are y'all ever think about doing a altered book? All right, I think I want to carry this. See, I stopped right here when I was doing that black background. I think I want to carry this down. I might want to just paint this whole thing in here. No, baby, don't get in Mama's paint. No. Maybe we'll bring some of the green in here. I'm going to be hunting down my perfect. Yeah, do that, Brenda. And if you're scared, if you're afraid to, let's see, I need some wax paper right there. If you're afraid, then find, like I have Books a Million, which has lots of, books like these kind of books like this. I can get them for like under $10, All right, so I'm going to have that. I'm going to pick up some green. And again, I can use my fingers or a brush or both. Let's get some brown down in here. Get rid of all the white. That's the first thing you want to do is get rid of all the white. And it might take 2 coats. I might have a little river here. We'll see. So let's get some more purple in there. Come across. More green. All right, let me dry this so I can add more coats because I'm just moving the paint now rather than layering it up. All right, let me go over here. Let's get some more tree in here. Maybe there'll be more tree up in here. And then more greens back in here. Just get a base. Let's get a base in. Nice big tree with lots of stuff going on. The tree can come way on up, but I don't want to do that yet because I'm not done with the background. The tree is going to be in front. Okay. All right, so there's a shine right there. All right, let me dry, and then we can add some more. Thanks, Devin. Let's get it nice and dry. Yeah, Annie Tanner. I love you. I love finger painting. Oh, see, I didn't get all the way to the edge there. There we go. But see how I'm reverse collaging? I'm getting rid of stuff. Okay. So before we go on any further, let's do a before and after. Okay, so here's what we are so far. Here's what we started with. This is what we started with. I know there's a glare. This is what we started with. This is where we've gone so far. Put that back under there. Oh. All right, so now let's see. Get a little bit of purple and white here. Maybe we can do a little bit of some kind of a something going on down this way. Just kind of get that in there. Maybe we can do some purple cloud things going on. Get some paint down. And go in there and kind of soften. You can do it with the baby wipe too. Let's get a little bit more purple, light purple. Oh, I picked up some green. We don't want, well, we might want green in the clouds. We might want a little under, what do you call it, of green? Silver lining, a green silver lining. Just going to roll this across here. Just some kind of odd fluffy clouds, more green in there. It must be meant to have some green in those clouds because I'm getting lots of picking it up the green. It looks like so it does kind of look like something from Ireland or Scotland, doesn't it? Because of the green, Rachel. I'm just rolling my brush across the sky, getting some odd, just different kind of clouds. You know, who says what cloud's supposed to look like? You can make them look like anything you want. All right, so there's a start. Now let's go down. Let's keep going down a layer at a time. Let's get a little bit of the shades of green. This is getting in my way. Oh, let's turn it over. There we go. Let's get some darker green in here. Need more hills. Just continue on across. Let's get a little bit more lighter green in here. Let's see here. And you can make it anything you want, you know. Let's get a little bit of brown coming across in here so it's not flat. A little bit of something going on. We could do more. We could do some rocky hills. Let's see about doing that. Let's get some purple. Let's get some purple. Let's see what we can do here. Let's get some mountains back in here. How about that? I might need a little bit of black way in the back. Let's get some mountains way back in here. That's what I do when I'm in my head. Again, I get in my head and do some imagining. I go shh, shh, shh. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's make Bob Ross proud. Shall we make Bob Ross proud? Need a little bit more right in here, I think. All right, let's see, that's too pointy. Let's drag that over. There we go, that's better. Okay, a little bit more white now. A little bit more in there. There we go. Got to get some white in there. So those clouds. We'll have some mist coming over some of them. Have some mist coming over some of those clouds right there. Let's go back in here. Shh, 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 shh. Let's make that more dramatic. Let's make this more dramatic back in here. Way back there. Now let's get a little of the cloud things going back. All right. purple way back in here. I'll put some more clouds. I kind of painted out those clouds we put in by putting in these little mountains here. Let's see. Let's make that more. Fade it out. We'll fade that out to that side there. Let's not make that so pointy. There we go. A little better. All right, so we can keep adding little bits of highlights. And you can use your palette knife, kind of drag out some of the highlights. All right, so let me dry this, and then I can add some more clouds. We're going to continue moving down. Oh, yes, we should have a Loch Ness monster. We should, Janet. Should we make some water down in here and put a Loch Ness? Good idea. Nessie to be found. Or we could have Nessie, you know, popping up behind a tree or something. I don't want it to be too obvious. We put it right here in the front. That's it'd be better to have Nessie like kind of tucked in right in there, right? But we could have some water kind of all in that back behind that tree. Where's my blue? What did I do? I didn't pull out too much blue. Let's get a little bit more. I'm shaking up the blue. I'm going to come over here with this gray. Oh, this one hasn't been opened. Let's open it. Let's open this one. Come on. All right, we got a few more minutes. I want to finish this a little bit. All right, so now let's go ahead and move that gray and that blue in there. So we do have some kind of brighter colors in here. Let's see about that. All right, so we put some blue-gray color in here. Now the tree, I'm going to cover up a lot of these tree branches, but we'll put the tree, we can put the tree branches back over. I just want to leave a little bit of them so I can kind of remember to put them in there because I'm covering up so much of the tree. But we're going to put blue back in here. And then back going this way. Let's go ahead and go all the way over here. We'll see how that goes. So this will probably be more green right there, but we'll get some of that blue in there. This is a little bit more in depth than I normally want to show y'all because now I'm actually doing more painting than collaging, but I want to kind of show you how I paint out things, you know? How things get painted out, maybe just a little bit of blue running behind there. You know, there might be a little bit of, you might be able to see a little bit of lake or something coming back over in there. We'll see. That's too high. It's too tall. It needs to come down. Let's bring that down. There we go. All right, let's see. I don't want to get in the weeds yet. This is the getting in the weeds. All right, so now what I wanted to do is get back up to the clouds. Now it's time to clean the brush. All right. Oh, thanks, Rachel. All right, let's see. Let's go back here. Let's see. I got some purple here and a little bit of white. Let's get some of that white there. Okay. I need a little bit more purple, I think. It's a little bit too much. It's gonna look much brighter when I hit it up here. All right, so let's see what we can do. Let's put some purple behind some of these mountains. And then I'll blend them out with my finger. Let's put some in here. Put some in there and in here. And some back in there. Okay, so that's going to highlight our mountains. Okay. All right, now let me put this down somewhere safe. All right, let me get another baby wipe. All right, let's see what we can do here. Get that blended right behind the mountains before we start carrying them up too much. All right, now let's pick up some of that purple and white. A little bit more purple. Oh, got a little bit too much black. Let's get some more purple. Purple and white. I'm out of white already. More white. Purple and white. A little more purple. There we go. Get behind and over some of those mountains. Make it look misty. All right, let's get that down. Now let's go back, get a clean spot on the baby wipe and start softening that. Can't let it dry too much. All right, that's just for right behind the mountains. Now I'm going to bring that sky back down. All right, so now I want black back here. I want stars up there. So I'm just going to get black way along the back. Let's do it with my finger here. All right. Just want some kind of atmosphere. And I got too much clouds, I think. My atmosphere is too atmospheric. I went too atmospheric with the atmosphere. But that's okay because now we're going to add the stars way back there. That'll knock it back some. All right, where's my other brush? Whoops. There we go. We got a couple more minutes. The less you have, those smaller they'll be. And just a few. I don't want them in the mountains. I'm going to wipe some of that back. Okay. I want it not farther than that. Too much. Too much. Okay. Just a little bit lighter. Went a little overboard. But we'll get the idea. Not everyone's going to be perfect. And plus, when you're hurrying, you do a little less than you want. But I'm going to put in a little bit of space. It's fun to play with them, It's fun to just play with your... Let me get this dry. Got a couple shooting stars, maybe a little planet or something. But I want to continue coming down forward here with the time we have that. And that's going to take a minute to dry. Those stars will. So let's just get a pencil. Now remember, pencil will go over the acrylic paint. It won't go over the buildings where there's no matte medium yet. So let's see. Let's get over. All right, so I might have a couple of little planets, accented there. Just a couple little something going on up there. And then maybe let's see, where's my Posca right here. Let's have one bigger star. And then have so the shooting star going down there. Okay, I can piddle all day in there in the sky. All right, let's see. I'll clean my brush again. All right, now let's see what we want to do. Let's continue on down here in the green. Let's go back down here in some of this green. You can't see me blending any colors over here. I couldn't find my grass green, so I'm kind of trying to tap out me a kind of that grass green color because I couldn't find my green. I don't know why. I have every color. So no. Okay, so what we're going to do though is I'm going to paint right there. Let's kind of carry this down here. Maybe a little back up in here. Around some of these rocks. A little bit dark green. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you all had fun just getting some more ideas for what do you call it? Reverse collage. There's a little bit of green in there. Way back behind there. Come down here. I have some more bushy kind of stuff closer up here in the front. Might have this be, some kind of a river thing or something. We'll see. I haven't thought that far. I haven't thought that far down yet. I don't like this black right there, so I'm going to get rid of that. It's too stark. It's too eye-catching right there, so I want to get rid of that. Keep going with a little bit more lighter green, maybe. Around some of these little rocks down in here. Cover up anything you don't like. Thanks, Beth. It's not done, obviously. I haven't even added any extra collage to it. It's just getting rid of the background that you don't want. And let's see. I might want this to be a little greener maybe in here. Let's continue that across here so that kind of brings a green in a little bit more. And then we haven't done anything with the tree yet, and all the branches that I'm going to want, continuing out all different ways. But we got to start. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little sienna and ochre down in here. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit of brown way down in here. Kind of draws your eye like around here, and probably some back over in there. Okay, so we got to start. Let's look at the before and after. And again, this tree is going to be, I hesitate to do it yet, but I want you to see what's going to happen here. Is this tree is going to be, because here's the thing about doing this kind of detail now, then I have to try to, if I want to try to do anything behind it, it's going to be tricky to try to paint around it. You don't want to try to paint around all these little branches. But let's see. Especially if I want to get little tiny ones in there. I want this to be kind of almost like something kind of falling over there. And I'd get my liner brush out and add tinier little branches and stuff in there. But I want you to get the idea where we're headed there. Well, you see, you get the idea. It's going to be an old, crumbly down tree. When you are done with, you will post it. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to finish it though. This is just this whole thing today was a demo. Oh, probably need some nice moss in here. This whole day today was like a demo of backgrounds, really. How to do backgrounds. I want this tree to really be massive down here. So you can kind of see, let's get a little bit more mossy things going. Maybe a little bit tiny bit. That's too dark. That's not the color. I want this color. Get a little bit in there just so you can kind of see how it's going to be kind of highlighted a little bit. All right, let's show the before and after. Got about 5 minutes. Y'all can ask any questions or anything. We did, if y'all missed it, I did flips. I did flips of all this earlier, of the books, the different books that we, the 2 books, the Abandoned Castles and the Abandoned Places. All right, let's dry this real quick. The tree's not done at all, but I like to be done by 12 because Hubster comes home for lunch. So I like to be done by 12. Okay, so here's what we got so far. I'll show you the before. Here's what we started with. And here's all that we've got done, which isn't a lot, really. It really isn't a lot. And those stars are not dry yet. But we did play with a few pages today. What other one did we play with? No, not that one. But I did do a flip earlier today, so you can see. What we kind of started blacking out, if you will, reversing out. Because I don't even remember where they were. I love this one. I don't remember where they were in the book. So, all right. Yes, it will. It needs collage fodder. It needs collaging, but I haven't got to see today. If y'all missed the beginning, today was about reversing out the backgrounds. It was getting rid of the backgrounds rather than concentrating on the collage part of it, which is like after you've got your base done. After, see, this is how it has. You have to start out. This is getting rid of the background. Getting rid of the background to build on top of. And so we didn't get to the collage. Yeah. So, yes, the decollage concept, Linda. Thanks, Pacola. All right. So, anyway, guys, I think, and if y'all watch the beginning of the show, you saw big frustration and saw me give myself a headache trying to do too much at once. Don't do that. Don't give yourself a headache. Don't try to do too much at once. Don't do more than 4 things. I mean, I can usually do about 4 things at once, but 6, 7 things at once, it starts to kind of get a little iffy. You know what I mean, Vern? So, I'm going to head out. Thanks. Thanks, John, for stopping by. Only once a month, no news yet on the Oak Island situation. Thanks, John. And good to see you. And thanks, everybody that stopped by, gave me super chats. Stickers will be going out. Make sure you send me your addresses. Hi, Dot. Send me your addresses if you're not sure. Oh, thanks, Christopher. Don't go watch the first 30 minutes. Christopher comes on at 2, by the way. Christopher right there. And oh my gosh, Christopher you talk about throwing stuff on a page. Christopher can throw some stuff on a page. So watch Christopher. He comes on Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Tori. Take care of yourself too. And we will see you guys later. Thanks, Rach. And yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for getting me through my headache. Bye.